Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? So the Knicks returned home from the road trip. El Maddox was good. Delano Steele was good. It's good. So our Knicks returned home after the road trip, right? Man, what's today? I get my days, man. We get days. So yeah, it's Thursday. So the Knicks have a game tomorrow. I believe it's against Cleveland. Let me check to make sure. Let me check to make sure. We go. Man, the Sixers beat the Lakers yesterday. Okay. I see you. I see you. I see you. You go to mine. So the Knicks have, where is it? I'm looking for the Knicks. Cleveland at New York at 7:30. Okay, on Friday. All right, good. Good. So we have Cleveland, and I think Cleveland has been playing well. MIG Mig is in the building. What's good? Pow! What's happening? What's happening? Cameron Dalton was good. I see you out here. I see you out here. What's good? So, Felipe 210 was happening. It was good. Jeremy Nussbaum was good. What is good? So I'm trying not to be analogy man, right? I don't want to be the man with 1,000 analogies, right? I don't want to be the man with 1,000 analogies, but I may have one, right? Danny Landis was good. Was good. So I hear everybody touting their rookie, right? Oh, James Wiseman is special. LaMelo Ball has elite passing skill. This kid, Isaac Okoro, if he puts it all together, he could be the next Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Williams has all the raw ability to become a Paul George, Kawhi Leonard hybrid. Right? I'm hearing these analogies, man. I'm hearing them. Oh my gosh, this kid, Tyrese Halliburton, could wind up being the next Chauncey Billups. I'm hearing all these analogies, man. I'm online. I see these guys hyping up their guy, right? Even Knicks fans. Oh, can you believe how fast Obi Toppin is? Look at he's a fluid athlete. Obi, we just need somebody to get him the ball. LaMelo Ball just needs time. He may be one of the better guys. LaMelo Ball has star potential. Did you see James Wiseman almost dunk on KD? You know, I hear it. And most of the guys I hear it from are fans of a certain team. So they have a specific homerism type thing going on, if homerism is a word, going on for their player, right? Oh, all James Wiseman needs is time. His athletic ability is incredible. You know, never mind, he can't catch anything yet. But Jerry Rice had butterfingers too when he first got to the Bay. Okay, I got you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh, don't mind Kira Lewis. Kira Lewis not getting any minutes. He'll be fine. When they trade Lonzo, Kira Lewis is gonna break out and be something. Okay. Okay. Our rookie this and our rookie that. And I know Knicks fans are like, man, I don't care about that, Uncle Freezy. I want to hear some stats. Elfrid Payton was 3 for 19 from such and such. No, if that's what you came for, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because I'm not gonna get drawn into an Elfrid Payton can't shoot. No, I'm not getting drawn into an Elfrid Payton can't shoot debate. I'm not gonna get drawn into a Elfrid Payton shouldn't be starting debate. Because it's easy to pick one topic, right? It's easy to choose one topic and just beat it and 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 beat it. Top of the morning to Delano Steele also. Yo, I think we might have told Kevin Wright happy birthday like 52 times yesterday and early this morning. So let me do it one more time. Happy birthday, Kev W. Happy belated. Hoodie Kev. Happy birthday. Hey, so for those of y'all that haven't, I want y'all to hear something. Subscribe to the channel. Like the live stream. Join the virtual chat. Join the video chat. Turn your notifications on. Share on social media. Let's continue to grow this thing. Right. Delano Steele says, I also hear LaMelo Ball doesn't bring it defensively from his coach. Hilarious. Kane Jerry, what's good? What's good? So teams are like, you know what? Hey, my guy this, my guy that. All my guy needs is this or that, and he'll be this or that. If Trae Young, once Trae Young hands over a little bit of offense and puts that energy in defense, he'll be the best player in the game. Okay. All right. Sure. Whatever. Whatever. I feel you. I feel you. Right? Oh, Killian Hayes just needs time. You know, time for the game to slow down for him. All he needs is more minutes after he comes back from his injury. This kid Denny is going to be something special when they get all the ball hogs out of the way and once they start playing team ball. Yep, I see you watching the Wizards. I see y'all stuff. I see you. I see you. My question to y'all though is, with all the hype and such, is when are we going to stop hyping up guys and start looking at things for what they are? I'll give you an example. Obi Toppin looks just like a what in your mind? What does Obi Toppin look like to y'all? I see y'all out there in the chat. What does Obi Toppin look like to y'all? I know what he looks like to me. Dripmore, what's good? What does Obi look like to y'all? Stephen Fox says he looks like a tweener. And Powell says he looks like a Obi Toppin. Delano Steele says, the man of Steel says he looks like a power forward. To Uncle Freezy, Obi Toppin looks just like a rookie. That's what Obi Toppin looks like to me. Obi Toppin, to me, looks like a rookie. Right? He looks like a rookie. I hear guys, I see guys in Sacramento, and I swear, Sacramento probably has 10 fans, maybe. Sacramento, how many fans do y'all have? 10? Because at one time I heard y'all had 12, but then maybe somebody moved. So anyway, what I'm getting at, I guess, is at some point we have to slow down the hype train on guys. We have to slow down this such and such is the next such and such, and give guys time to be who they are. Right? Because the hype train is ridiculous. The hype train is ridiculous. Guzman, what's good? The hype train is ridiculous. And I'm not asking Knicks fans to slow down their expectation of their highly coveted top 10 pick. What I'm saying is the dude's a rookie, man. How about let him be a rookie? How about let him find out what a cafeteria is first? How about let him get familiar with the lunchroom menu first, right? Taco Thursdays? No, Obi, it's Taco Tuesdays. Slow down. Slow down. Did you say Taco Thursdays? No, Obi. You're a rookie. It's Taco Tuesdays. Cheek Chop is in the building. What's good? Miss you. Miss you some. How about we let James Wiseman figure out how to get from his apartment to the practice facility and maybe find like the quickest routes back and forth first? How about let's let James Wiseman find out, where the good places to eat are after practice before we compare him to Wilt Chamberlain. Okay? How about we do that? How about we slow down on this Obi is a bust stuff? Come on. Come on. How about we chill out on that some? You know what I mean? How about we chill? Just chill out on that some and allow the rookies to be rookies. Right? How about we do that? Because you can't justify. So say, for instance, you can't justify a rookie having one great game and one terrible game. You can't justify it. The only thing you can say is he's a rookie and he has to make the adjustment. That's the only reason why a rookie would score 30 in one game and shoot, say, 2 for 17 in the next game. He's a rookie. He has to learn the ropes. Right? And I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere with this too. I'm going somewhere with this. And it's multi-pronged, and it may not be what you think. It may not be what you think. But what I'm saying is slow down. Let's slow down. Slow down on the rookie is this rookie is Michael Jordan thing. Let's slow down. Right? Let's just chill out. Let's take a deep breath. We're 19 games. We, as in the Knicks, are 19 games into a 72-game season with arguably the hardest schedule in the NBA. I mean, the past 19 games, probably the hardest. No. 2 for 17 was an example. C-Mac. Let's slow down on some stuff. The Knicks probably had the hardest schedule in the NBA the first 19 games of the season. right? And I did something yesterday, and I kind of want to reiterate it on this show, and I'll do it. I'll do it real quick, right? Just because I love y'all, right? All right, so bear with me here, okay? So the Milwaukee Bucks are the number 2 seed in the East, and we beat them. The Knicks beat them, right? The Indiana Pacers are the 3rd seed in the East, and we beat them, okay? The Boston Celtics are the 5th seed in the East, and we beat them, okay? The Cleveland Cavaliers are the 6th seed in the East, and we beat them, all right? I think we beat them. We may have been, did we beat them? Did we split with Cleveland? Anyway, I felt like we beat them already. The Atlanta Hawks. Okay. All right. The Utah Jazz are the number 1 seed in the West, right? Best record in the NBA, the Utah Jazz. Guess what, Knicks fans? We beat them already, right? So let's slow down. Let's slow down. Free Keith is in the building. What's good? So all those teams that I mentioned, guess what? We beat them, right? Now, do we have bad losses? Yes. Do we have good wins? Yes. But you know what that says to me? You know what that says to me? Slow down. Stop saying the Knicks are only going to win 22 games. Vegas already ate crow and upped their number. So why can't you? Las Vegas has a team of experts that were wrong, right? Vegas said 22 and a half. And y'all were with them. Like, oh, I don't know. Vegas said 22 and a half. I'm going to say 19. Yeah, I heard you. I remember who you are. I remember who you are. I remember y'all. Vegas said 22 and a half, so I'm going to say 19. Yeah, y'all are out. Yeah, y'all are out there. Guess what? Guess what, y'all? Vegas upped their number. Vegas upped their number. Right? Vegas upped their number to what, 33? I think they upped it to 33. After 18 games, they upped their number. Like, oh, they were like, oh no, we're wrong. You know what? The house always wins, right? So Vegas doesn't care about pride. They care about bread, right? Vegas don't care about pride. Only Knicks fans care about pride. Oh no, if Vegas said 22 and a half, then that means I'm going to say 19. Don't do it to yourself. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down, y'all. Other fans around the NBA, and what I'm saying is this. Basically, my point is this. It's mighty early in the season. It's mighty early in the season for us to make concrete assumptions, right? I mean, we're putting this. Jay Singh is in the building. Hey, Jay Singh, did you know Singh means lion? Did you know that? I did not. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not. I did not know Singh meant lion. I did not know that. I did not know that. But you know what? You learn something. You learn something new every day. As long as, hey, as long as you have an open mind and a clear heart, you'll learn a lot of stuff. A nudie 25 was good. Was good. So I'm asking Knicks fans and the NBA fans in general, don't knee jerk this thing. Don't knee jerk don't knee jerk certain stuff. Allah Wise is in the building. What's good? Don't knee jerk this stuff. The Philadelphia 76ers fans that are all over the place where I am. So we have a bunch of Philly fans, and I promise you, we didn't have Philly fans here 5 years ago. I mean, they just popped up out of the blue. It's ridiculous. We have Golden State Warriors fans here, and ironically, I live in a Charlotte Hornets area. Like I live in the eastern part of South Carolina, the northeast part of South Carolina. The Charlotte Hornets are the closest team to where I live, right? But their situation is whack. I'd rather go to Atlanta. I like the A. The A is popping. I'd rather take that job to Atlanta and hang out in Atlanta and go to Hawks games and all that stuff than go to Charlotte. I mean, I have people in Charlotte, and Charlotte has a lot of like nice boutique restaurants and all that stuff. But when it comes to fandom, I just don't think it's it right now. Right. But anyway, what I'm getting at is Knicks fans and basketball fans in general. I want you to slow down. Right. I want you to slow down and look at the season for what it is. Right. Right. This is what I'd like Knicks fans that Knicks fans here and that at least respect a little bit of what I say. Right? If you respect a little bit of what I say or try to bring to y'all every day, take this piece of advice for what it is. Slow down. Enjoy the ride. Every shot is not going to be a 4-point play, right? Okay. I know the season took off. I know the season took off with a lot of promises and surprises, right? Kind of like the carnival or the fair. Anybody, y'all know how the state fair is, you know what I'm saying? Like in your daily life, all it is weird reports and numbers. You work all day answering emails. You look at all these reports that give you data. You look at the data and it's like blah, 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 such and such this, and such and such that. And then you take a break from your job and you go to the fair, and it's like cotton candy and weird organ music. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, what I'm saying is this: enjoy it. Just enjoy your moment, right? The Knicks are what, 8-11 right now? 8-11 with probably the toughest 20-game stretch in the NBA. Right? What I'm saying is enjoy the ride. Enjoy it. So I said all of that stuff to say this. Hey, Ernesto, what's good? I see you, Ernesto. What's good? What I'm saying is this. Enjoy the ride. Because something special is happening right now. And we're so buried in dogma up to our neck because of what previous teams did. We're not enjoying who we're knocking off. In the David and Goliath type scenario that we find ourselves in often, where we're outmanned, like when we played the Bucks, they were Goliath and we were David, right? And we beat them. But instead of enjoying the victory, we complain, oh, Reggie Bullock ain't this. Austin Rivers is hurt. What I want y'all to do is just focus on the small things. Like, for the first time since a lot of y'all have been Knicks fans, the Knicks are developing a promising young point guard. And don't beat me up in the chat. Oh, man, what point guard, man? He's a combo guard. And when we get a point guard, they're going to slide him to calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Tom Thibodeau runs offense through this young point guard, right? This young point guard subs out the starter and comes in and runs similar plays and runs similar tempo. CP the artist was good. What's good? I'm saying Knicks fans. Oh, you know what? I did not do this. I'm sorry. Before I get back to enjoy the ride, check this out.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
So enjoy the ride, y'all. Enjoy the ride. Right? Knicks fans, we have not had enjoyable basketball in a long time. But this season, you knocked off the best team in the NBA. Right? You knocked off the best team in the NBA. How many times can you say that you've done that? Okay? Ask yourself, how many times has the New York Knicks knocked off the best team in the NBA? How many times recently have the New York Knicks knocked off the Boston Celtics by 30 on their floor after their 5-game win streak? Think about what I'm asking y'all. Think about what I'm asking y'all. Yo! My man is in the building. What's good? Yo!
What it do, family? Salute,
Hey, man. Can you tell I'm super hyped about this team?
man. Yo, you just getting where I've been at.
Me. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Who've been hyping this joint up for weeks now?
For weeks.
This is what I'm saying.
For weeks.
For weeks. I was bringing that energy like, yo, we about to do something and y'all gonna be surprised.
Surprised.
As much as cats is like, oh, I hate Elf. I hate Elf. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. We got wins on our game. We got wins under our wing right now that took us like 30 games to get to.
I'll tell you something better. I think we have the most impressive win resume in the league right now.
In the league, in terms of like people who shouldn't be beating certain cats.
Right. Exactly. Because it's easy for you. It would be easy. It's easy for us to load up W's on mediocre teams.
Yeah, you would think it would be easy, but see, that's the thing that makes me mad about losing to like a Sacramento or like, you know what I'm saying, like when last week we mashing out the Celtics by 30 piece, and then we come and losing the scrubs. Like, I hate that. Oh, I hate that.
But you know, it's a part of the ride.
You know
what I mean?
Most definitely.
It's a part of the ride. I mean, and so our ride this season has been inconsistent. We know that.
Consistency is our issue.
So we know that. We know because sometimes there have been times that we've come out like world beaters, and it's like you can't recognize the team. You're like, whoa, like the Bucks game. The Bucks game, we came out like world beaters. Like we looked like we were legit second round playoff team against the Bucks.
But I also chalk a little bit of that onto like surprise on the Bucks' part too, because like they had no idea. Like they obviously thought that it was a lesser team coming to play them.
Right.
They probably did zero scouting work.
Right. But you know what though? When Vera punched Quick in the face, Quick knew he was in for a fight. You know what I'm saying?
I love that moment.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I feel like one of the things that Quick, like I love Quick, but like one of the things IQ got to do is I think he might have to he got to get a little bit of an edge about him. Like,
yeah.
He a little bit too much of like a high-waisted good guy. Like,
I can see that. I can see that. The thing with Quickly too is I think what happens to him, and the Utah Jazz did it to Austin Rivers also. So it's not just a Quick thing, but what they did was they hedged up high on his right hand, forced him to go left and make plays going to his left, right? And then when you look at the personnel on the floor, on that side of the floor, these dudes are like, I don't know. It don't feel the same as when I go right. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel the same when I have Julius Randle on this side to bail me out. Now I have Alec Burks who's ice cold. You know what I'm saying? Or do I try my floating, my runner game?
But you got options now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like as Knicks fans, sometimes like we back ourselves into this corner of like having to find something to be mad about. You know what I'm saying? Like now you like we could win a game now. Like well, I don't believe it unless it's like 3 games in a row we win.
Right. Because it's PTSD for some.
But all the while we building up a record, like, and like you said, like cats won't even notice that Vegas pushed the odds up. Right. Because they did that on the slide. They did that real smooth, like
right.
They didn't realize that, like they just turned that, like that was a national game that we played and that wasn't supposed to be nationally aired. Why was that? Like, why all these things happening now? Like, Cat is realizing, like, somebody's realizing
that. Yeah,
I'm just waiting to get around to the Knicks fans.
Well, you know, Knicks fans are slow. Right?
But I get you on the PTSD though. It's PTSD, and I can understand it. Like,
right. So Knicks fans are slow, not in a inability to process, but an inability to move. Right. So like for instance, a guy told me John Starks stole a championship from him. Like, hey dog, you know that's like 25 years ago, right? And you know John Starks was red hot in game 4, 5, and 6, right? Come on, we got to move on from that.
I blame that last game, like like the really. I used to blame. I can't even front though. I used to blame Starks for that. I definitely used to blame Starks for that. There's another joint that I blame him for, but like I have to blame
the Reggie Miller game. That Reggie Miller 8 points in 8 seconds game. Yeah, that's Starks' fault now.
That's Starks.
That's because all Starks had to do was hit one free throw in that game.
One. Like I can't even be mad at the coach. Like you one free throw, brother. Right. Just one free throw.
Right. That John. Hey, Reggie Miller pushed Derek. Was it Derek Harper? Pushed Derek Harper down. They didn't call it. Okay. Okay.
We hardly getting any calls in that game. Like like.
Right.
You supposed to be the shooter, man.
Right. But all Starks had to do, and Reggie Miller told him, he was like, "You gonna choke right here."
And he told him that.
Yeah. He gave him the choke signal. Remember, he was like, "You gonna choke right here." And Starks went to the line
and choked.
Right now, we can blame Starks for that because
I wanted to punch Starks dead in his face, yo. Like I hate that, yo.
Right.
I felt like Reggie Miller herbed me.
Right. So Knicks fans are slow to move on some stuff. Pat Ewing instead of dunking, finger rolled like a 7-foot tall dude, finger rolled off the back iron. Right. Knicks fans are like, Pat Ewing cost me that. I mean, I'm here to tell you, man, at some point we have to move on from it. You know what I'm saying? I understand that it's a memory. that lingers. But at some point, you have to realize that these dudes gave it everything that they had, and they came up short. You know what I mean? So let's move on from it, man. Knicks fans are slow to move though, because they'll say, "Oh my God, what if we had Bernard King and Pat Ewing together?" But we didn't. Let's move on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's just and so other things like this, the thing with Elfrid Payton at point guard, right? Tom Thibodeau is not gonna move Elf away from starting point at point guard, right?
Well,
let's kind of move on from that, man. If it happens, it happens.
I feel like we 75% of it. We may be like a good 50 to 75% of the way there. To that,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah. But you know what though? If we stay competitive, so say the Knicks are 30-30 or 20-20. Let's say 20-20. Let's not go 30-30.
Yo, 20-20. I'm doing straight cartwheels.
Right. So does if we're 20-20, is Tom Thibodeau justified in taking Elfrid Payton out of the lineup and putting in Emmanuel Quickly?
No, if something ain't broke, don't fix it. Like
right.
to me, like that's actually a lot of what I've been on with cats who think like I'm just straight an elf, like I'm an elf alkalite, but not. It's like yo, like it's something like obviously Tibbs has a vision in his mind of how he sees the games play out. Who starts, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how he wants to texturize it starting, its middle. Like he's really like chorus directing the whole joint. So like if we're winning and we're being successful and we're getting that energy, which is a lot of what I'm seeing in these games, especially defensively, like I am very much not in the camp of messing that up. Of messing that up, like let's actually refine it and keep it going if it's been working for us. If it's not, then it's something different.
Right. And so I find myself to be a free thinker, right? And so when you're a free thinker, when somebody talks to you about something that makes sense, something that's reasonable, sometimes you'll drift that way, right? And so I spoke to a Charlotte Hornets fan.
Why?
Right? What? I don't know. I don't know because it's basketball, man. But
where did you find one?
I can't help it, man. And it's only like one. You know what I'm saying? And he's got like season tickets, and usually he has season tickets, right? And so, so my man is like, "What's up, Raf? What's up, Raphael?"
Salute, guys. What's up, Freezy?
So, what's good? So he tells me this. The reason why the Knicks always lose is because after every season, they always turn over 75% of their roster. He's like, if y'all would stop turning over 75% of y'all roster every year, y'all can develop chemistry. And because what happens is early on in y'all season, y'all don't have chemistry. So by the time y'all get it, y'all are too far behind the 8 ball to catch up. And so when he said it, I was like, who the hell you think you're talking to, Charlotte Hornets fan? You know what I'm saying? I was like, who the hell you think you're talking to? But what he said, Kev, what's good?
Hey, what's up, Moses? What's up, Uncle Freeze? What's up, Free Keith? How you feeling, y'all?
Raphael was buddy.
Right. Yeah, good.
But what he said made sense. He said after every season, the Knicks turn over 75% of their roster, and by the time the season starts, they don't have chemistry, and then deep into the season is when they develop it, and then it's too late. That's why y'all never make the playoffs. And it's why y'all never get the number 1 pick. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, if the team was trash, y'all would end up with the worst record and get the number 1 pick several times. But y'all always develop chemistry late in the season, and then y'all start winning games, and then you wind up being 8.
And exactly. And we end up with a new team every season.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what he said. So as a Knicks fan, I'm hard to move. I understand that. And most Knicks fans are hard to move also. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't. I'm not saying that again. I'm not saying that Knicks fans can't process stuff well, because we do. We probably have the smartest fan base in the NBA. But when it comes to us changing our mind and hearts about something, no, we are not. But
that's real rap, yo. Like, cause this catch right now looking at Randle and like, yo, like, I don't believe him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They're seeing it. They're seeing it, Keith. They're seeing it and don't want to believe it.
Like, yo, even the analysts, like everybody in the sports world is seeing it. Like now, yo, it's funny. I'm listening to them talk about Randle on the jump. On what you like speaking about him, like, yo, like, oh, if he keeps this up, like MVP, just like outside of our circle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's weird to me. Like, I'm listening to cats who are just so embedded in like their dislike of a guy that they can't see anything beyond that. Like, oh, he's playing really good. Like, okay, cool. Like, we should trade him. His value's up. Like, all right, cool. But like, what does that do for the team? Like, Obi is only 3 years younger than the guard. Like, what do you? Yeah, why would you want to get rid of that talent?
And it's only to add another risky draft pick that we can hit or we can miss. It's like, what? Why would you want to take that chance?
We got a discount star, and you want to trade it because you hate the guy.
And you have 2 in the first round, and you have 2 in the second round. We got enough chances to hit. And
George, it's not about his numbers. It's about his gameplay, bro. Like, it's not like this is a different guy. Randle is a different guy than we've seen, bro. Like,
now,
this is coming.
Yeah. Now I'm going to admit, and I even apologize to Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
I even apologize. Mm-hmm. I was the biggest person that wanted Randle off the team at the end of the season. I was. I'm not going to lie. I was. Because of what we saw. Because
people didn't like how he got to his 20.
We didn't like how, right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That totally erased 3 minutes. I mean, 3 minutes, three games into the season. I said, yo, I think he either, I don't know who got hold of him, but he totally did a 360 on his game.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And he's not the problem anymore. He's not.
What about the statement that we often hear, and sometimes I make, that coaching matters?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I would agree with you. I would agree with you, but in the Randle case, though, I'm going to say that there's some details that make me think that it's more than just Tibbs. Details being that, like, you're talking about this pandemic season, we weren't in the bubble, so, like, there was no actual NBA on NBA gameplay for us. So for 9 months, right, I don't care if there was phone calls, this, that, and the other, like, he was not team practicing for 9 months, right? Mm-hmm. Tibbs he comes back early to do the early practice. So let's say Tibbs has him for like about 3 weeks. Dude, he started this from the first game of preseason. This is pre-Tibbs work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Not pre.
This is pre-Tibbs work. Like, this dude got ready for this season.
Oh, he got busy.
And probably looked at him.
I look at him as the only cat, like the only cat of the dudes who came back who actually been working for 9 months.
Right.
And I'll tell you just one real quick thing, Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
I think Julius Randle is this season's NBA most improved player.
Oh, absolutely.
Far and away. But here's the other thing too, though. When's the last time a New York Knicks player won an award, an outstanding performance award?
Not since J.R. Smith, when we were
we get
that playoff run.
We get BS Rookie of the Month joints. You can hang those from the rafters.
Yeah. You mean like oh, I got a Walmart gift card. That's what that is.
Yes.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a Walmart gift card, $25.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Alfred Payton though, because it's not to make this a conversation about Alfred Payton. It's just I'm gonna just
come on.
Real quick.
Dog, if you say Alfred Payton can't shoot, I swear I'm gonna butcher about the chat. Nothing personal. I love you.
You can't put Raphael at the chat.
It's gonna be real short. I'm with you. I don't want to drag that conversation at all. But you know, yes, we have had good games with Payton, and I agree with you on that. But the thing is, we got $18 million in cap space. So Alfred Payton, to me, is a good backup point guard. I think a lot of us can agree he would be a decent backup point guard. So my whole thing is, at what point do you trade? I mean, I know we got Emmanuel quickly. We don't want to hinder his growth. But in my eyes, do you make a trade to improve to get a starting point guard? You know, I know you don't want to make any trades, Free Keith. And you're saying that we're good already.
I didn't say no trades. I didn't say no trades.
Okay.
I didn't say no trades. I said Randle.
Oh, right. No, we're not talking about Randle.
Yeah, I'm talking about Randle. I am pro trade. I am pro trade.
Okay, good.
Right.
So are you pro trading to get a point guard? Is my question.
Oh, yeah, I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm.
I am too.
I like to talk about roles. I kind of like to talk about roles that's going on.
You like the Rose idea.
But what?
I like the Rose idea, but I like the Rose idea.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Alan Hines said that if we're getting Rose, that this is his thinking and his assumption. He's thinking that if we do get Rose, that means that the organization is ready to push quickly into the starting role.
Say it again. Oh, I didn't catch
that. This is coming from Alan. This is coming from Alan Hahn. Alan Hahn. He's saying that if we're really looking to get Rose, that they're ready to push quickly into the starting role because they feel as though that Derek really can't handle the minutes like he's used to, but can do it in a backup situation. So they want to move quickly into the starting role.
I got a question for you. Here's my question for you guys. Would you guys like the combination of Derrick Rose, Alfred Payton, and Quickly as our 3-point guards?
Derrick Rose, Alfred Payton, and Quickly.
Well, honestly, you know where I'm going, Ralph. I'd rather have the other one, but that's not going to happen. I think he's on his last thing.
Scenario.
But I don't know. I don't know.
But would you trade, like, let's say Frank? I mean, I don't want to say.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
DSJ, because a lot of people are quick to get rid of DSJ, right?
Right.
I'm not. I don't want to get rid of DSJ. I want to see more from Frank and DSJ, to be my personal opinion. But let's just say for the conversation, would you trade Frank and DSJ to get Derrick Rose? Well, let's just say Reggie Bullock, because let's just say everybody hates Reggie Bullock anyways.
Yeah, and I don't understand that either, but okay.
I don't hate Reggie Bullock. I actually look at his contract like he's getting rookie dollars. Like, so
right.
Yeah, so that's all right for me.
I just think that having Reggie, having Quickly, Derrick Rose, and Alfred Payton as our point guards we can get more wins with that group and have stability because they are.
So here's the thing. What about some context? What about context? Like say for instance, what direction is the organization looking to go?
That's the question.
Yeah, because
we're developing and wins. I think we're developing and we're winning, right? So
well, developing and winning are two different things. Because in winning, you never risk a W. You know what I'm saying? You never risk a W. You're not going to say, I'm going to let him play through this situation right here to see if he can figure it out on his own. In a winning environment, you're like, no, take him out right now. We can't afford to let this lead shrink. But in development, you're like, hey, let's let him play through this right here and see if he can figure it out.
Yeah, that's what Denzel was doing with
my point I want to say to that is I can see Tibbs trust Derrick Rose. I can see Tibbs trust Alfred Payton, and he trusts Emmanuel Quickly. Those are the 3-point guards I see Tom Thibodeau using. And then you have to weigh in injuries like Free Keith is talking about. So why don't we just have?
But what I'm saying is perspective. Like say for instance, with that situation you just said, who's the starter? If you're developing Emmanuel Quickly as the starter, then you risk a W.
I don't think he's ready to start right now, though.
You can't change Quickly's role. His role is his role, right? I would give Derrick Rose a chance to start because he knows the system well, And if he's doing well, then great. And if he's not doing good, then you start Alpha Payton, and that's how you do it. But you,
Yeah, but the
If
thing
we
about
go for Rose, he starts, I think.
But the thing about it is, if you do bring Derrick Rose on, one of those dudes is going to get less playing time. I don't think they're going to go with.
It'll probably be quickly.
No. I don't think. I think
You know why? Because they're too similar.
But the thing about it is,
Alfred's in there.
when
The only one that provides.
When Alfred's in there, Alfred's in there for like a stint, and then he's going right to quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting at. Either Payton or Rose is not going to get as much playing time as a quickly will, because it seems like the organization and Tibbs really wants to push quickly into getting a lot of minutes, that they're putting all their eggs into that, so that next year he might move right into that into that.
So you're saying development.
I'm saying development, but also saying winning as well, because we're right there. We're right there. I mean, we're only 3 games out of 5, below 500.
So you're saying 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish,
You're funny.
blue fish.
You're funny. You're too funny.
So Kev,
You're too funny.
you're saying
You're too funny.
1 fish,
He
2
busted
fish,
a Dr. Seuss on me.
red fish, blue fish.
Hey, I'm
I'm just asking. I'm trying to figure out where you're going. And you're like on both sides.
I'm just telling you what Alan Hahn, say. And out of all the media people, between him and Ian Begley, those are the only 2 that I trust.
Kev, it sounds like you are a one-man tennis match. That's what you are right now, a one-man tennis match. You want both sides, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so what do you want? What do you want?
I'm asking you.
No. You see what I want. What do you want?
I know. I'm just saying. I thought Kev was 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out which one you were gonna pick, and you didn't pick one. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Kev, intellect. You see how he treat me, man?
No, man.
He's in the chat.
I'm just trying to figure out what side of the pitch you on. Like either you want to develop or you want to win. And, but
he is providing both. He just had a bad game last game, but
yeah, no doubt. And I'll tell you what. And I think Thibodeau kind of in that Utah game. I think Thibodeau kind of was well, and no. I think he kind of maneuvered the same way that you just mentioned. Because when Mike Conley jumped on Austin Rivers' right hand and forced him to run the offense left, Austin Rivers couldn't do anything, and then he did the same thing to Quickly, and you saw Quickly couldn't do anything either. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was a defensive adjustment made by Quinn Snyder.
Speaking of Conley, I think I deserve to be slapped, because I thought that he had nothing left more in the tank. I don't know. I should have rolled the dice and tried to bring him over. What do you think about that, Raphael?
Dude, I'm pro getting and I want to use a cap. So if we can get him, I'll take him. Another guy that I like from Utah is Jordan Clarkson. That's another guy.
Man.
Care for him? I don't know.
Yeah, you talking about getting buckets? That's him.
Yes. Let's have 2 point guards that can score quickly, and Jordan Clarkson, and let Julius Randle kick it out to either Quickly or
he's automatic. He's
So
automatic.
Why can't we make a trade for a vet like George Hill? That's what you really want? Like, I'll keep Elf for all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, had to be thinking laterally. Like,
this ain't the same George Hill that was in our playoff series back in 13? Was it 13 or 2012, 2013? That's not the same George Hill. That's not the same. That's not that dude anymore.
So Coach Color Blocks, what's good? Hey, so it's like y'all saying, hey, let's trade DSJ for a Uncle Freezy. And I'm here like, well, damn, y'all already got one. Y'all gonna trade assets for another me?
No, but Clarkson is a really good player, and he can shoot. Right now, we need to shoot. We need to shoot the ball well. And Jordan Clarkson and Derrick Rose, respectfully, they both can shoot the ball, man. They can score. They can go get theirs, and I think that's what we want in this roster: players that can go get theirs when they need to.
Yeah, Derrick Rose has become like a kind of like sneaky good shooter, right? Especially mid range, like
right.
Derek's mid-range is money. My thing with him though, I don't want to lean too heavy on him because like he's still kind of injury prone.
Right.
Like,
and that's why I was saying, yeah, exactly.
I don't want to depend too heavily on a Rose. Like if we need his production, like we need it, and like, yeah. That's my only thing in him. But I definitely don't mind an upgrade.
Well, the thing with Derrick Rose was that he had to change his game. How many years?
He did it.
Yeah. How many years?
Yeah, he started here.
Yeah. How many? Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Didn't appreciate it. Ran him out of town. Like that. Didn't appreciate it. But like he started. That new Derrick Rose was started here.
That started here. Yeah. That started here. Yeah. Did we run him out of town, man?
No, dude, I would have loved to keep it. We actually had good, like we had good individual players on that team. It was just like that forced triangle nonsense.
Man.
Yeah.
That was whack.
If they would have been able to just let them rock, they would have been a phenomenal team.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say, Raphael?
No, we didn't have a coach like that. Like we didn't have a Tibbs, you know.
Yeah, he was on the other side.
But the players we had, we didn't need a Tibbs though. Like this is what I'm saying. We had like a mature Melo. We had a mature D Rose. We had like capable
Courtney
Lee. Like we had a little lightweight. We had playoff talent. We had playoff talent on this squad, but we were forced to handcuff to that damn triangle.
Yeah. We had Brandon Jennings too. Jeez.
Dude, we had a squad. Like we had a nice little squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like a run and gun like Hornacek wanted or this, that, and the other. Like we'd have been good.
Well, Hornacek didn't want to run it. He didn't want to run that triangle. That was all.
Nobody did, but Phil. Nobody did.
And then plus he had Kurt Rambis stabbing him in the back.
And people still on the whole he went AWOL. Like the dude went because of a family issue. He came back. Like, yo,
well,
my man Kyrie been AWOL for weeks.
Yeah. I think at the time, Keith.
I bet you money we still take him.
Yeah, I think at the time. I want to say that we were in the mix for a playoff thing, and he left. I think that was the problem. And then that night, Keith. That was the birth of Ron Baker.
Yeah,
that was the birth of that.
Ron Baker. Hey, and shout out to that roster because I like Kuzmingas. Y'all remember Kuzmingas?
Yes, Kuzmingas. Yes. I love him too. Yeah.
What's his name? Cheese.
Yeah, I like that.
Run.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That season that you're talking about when we got Brandon Jennings, and I'm glad I went to the first game, and I'm like, we got that W because there was a lot of L's right after that.
A lot of L's after that.
I went to Memphis. They played Memphis, and I'm like, oh, we won. Cool. Dude, a lot of L's. I'm like,
a lot of L's. Yeah, man. A lot of L's. A lot of L's. And that was when we had a healthy KP too, right?
Think about it, yo. Like one thing that we didn't let Phil do that he should have did, because I feel like we would have gotten a much better reward for it, but we didn't let him trade KP.
Right.
I feel like we would right now be sitting on like Tatum or like, you know what I'm saying?
Devin Booker is who we want. Yeah.
Like we would have, that's the only one thing that I really
we were so stuck. We were so stuck as the saying, that KP was our quote unquote cornerstone.
Nah, he didn't sabotage the Knicks. Yeah. He didn't sabotage him. We didn't let him work enough.
Right. Hey, Kev. So here's the trade: Porzingis for Devin Booker and draft picks.
Yo, it would have been Devin Booker and draft picks.
Hey, right. I mean, are you serious? Right. Are you serious, man? I mean, come on, man. Devin Booker and draft picks.
That.
The Knicks
And they were in the
The what?
those picks would have been lotto picks.
Yeah.
The Knicks said no to that.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Yeah, they said no to that.
But see, here's the thing,
When
Rap.
Phil
That was that
actually
regime.
got serious
Yeah.
about trading him.
That was that regime.
That's when the fans made the uproar.
Yeah.
The media then
Yes.
hyped it, super hyped it, and that's when Dolan fired him.
Yeah.
I thought it was about Boston that he got.
Nah, dude, like we had all kinds of crazy. When Phil actually got serious about actually going to trade him, like, all right, cool. Like that's when he got fired.
Right.
Yeah.
But then did a little side note with
Like the one thing he should have did is the thing that we didn't let him do.
Right.
Yeah.
Kaiser Sausage in the building.
What up?
This is why I'm so glad that this front office. I'm so glad this front office is not fan and media responsive.
Right.
Hey, listen to this. This is coming from Richie Rich. You can't say Booker would have developed as a Knick though. Suns let him play through his mistakes. What do y'all say to that?
No, but that's 2017. 2017, he's still Gucci after 2017. 2017 Booker, you good to go.
And he was exhibiting. He was good from the break. Right. He had to get better. There's things he was, but you could obviously see where he was going.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We keep comparing cats. We keep comparing cats to people on our team and our situation. Like these cats look like bro. Like it's not the same thing. Like talent rises to the top.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Right.
And like you said, Keith, about this management team, they said they're going to be very, very active before this trading deadline.
Love it.
Right. And so let me
is for these cats to have a plan and to work it regardless of what the hell we say.
And you know what? And be aware.
And be aware.
What like be aware of the present and be aware of their surroundings, like the market. Don't go into the market not aware of what other GMs. But let me shout out my man Kaiser Salsa. I think it's the first time he came on, maybe first or second. What's good, fam?
What's going on, man?
Hey, how you feeling, man?
I've been on with your boy Legion of Knicks on his show, but this is the first time I've been on this show.
How you gonna jump on with him first?
How
you gonna jump on with him
first? That's sacrilegious.
Every day I'm like, Kaiser Saucy, the usual suspect.
Salute out to Believer. Salute Keith. You know what I mean? Salute Cornerstone Kev. I be calling him Dollar General Kev sometimes.
All love, man. All love.
Bodega Kev. So Rip Prodigy. So RIP Prodigy. What's that about, man? Is there a special day or is that just a specific meaning?
Man. That was one of my favorite artists, so I just put that up there. You know what I mean? Prodigy. You know.
So Prodigy said, golly, it was on the tip of my tongue. Something about the moon attract the sea, and a song with LL. It was dope.
Yeah.
A Prodigy will forever SHINE. The rhyme attracts me like the moon attracts the sea. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah, this dude is special.
That's deep, yeah.
That's definitely one of the most underrated artists. You know? Underrated. But, when he went independent, he got a little blackball. You know, when you go independent, you don't want to give your money to the major labels. They try to blackball you a little bit. You know.
Well, Well, YouTube is gonna have to blackball me because I have a plan. YouTube is gonna blackball me. I'm gonna be on the YouTube. Google is gonna blackball me. But anyway, because I just have this feeling like cats that are talented, like okay, so I'll give you an example. So cats like a normal dude like Free Keith who come on and just spit that Knicks talk the way that we like to have that Knicks talk spit is a Knicks content creator's dream and a celebrity in our circle. Now Mariah Carey might not know who this dude is. You know what I'm saying? But Knicks fans that check out YouTube, they know who Free Keith is. They know Cornerstone Kev. You know what I'm saying? They know Raphael, right? Yeah. So I don't believe that 45% of the revenue that we make should go to Google and YouTube, and Free Keith is just doing this naturally. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to have 100% of that come to us. So I have a plan, and I know that's neither here nor there, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, Kaiser, I appreciate you coming on. I have something that I want to spit at y'all. It's a live grenade, right? It's a live grenade, and I'm gonna throw it in here, and I'm gonna duck and cover, right?
Duck and cover.
So here's it. So here's the thing. I think now RJ Barrett.
There he is. There's a man.
Hey, G.I., what's good?
What's happening, man? All right.
Top of the morning.
Partying on the mothership. Partying on the mothership.
I'm gonna behave myself, but I need a conversation with Kaiser Sosa. He know I've been waiting for this day.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get physical.
Honestly, it's respectful though. It's 100% respect.
Okay.
I want him to educate with me. I want him to educate me.
Absolutely.
Salute, but Free Keith giving out that free smoke. Ralph, my guy, Cornerstone. Uncle Freezy, thank you for the
partying on the mothership.
Uncle Freezy, thank you for the
Hey, no doubt. So here's my live grenade. RJ Barrett and Julius Randle will form a tandem in New York, like Kobe Bryant and Lamar Odom.
Okay.
Possible.
If you would have said Shaq, I would have been like, oh.
Right. I was thinking that.
Freezy, you might have to come back. That wasn't that hot. That wasn't that hot a take.
So here's the thing. I think Julius Randle, as currently constructed, is a better version of peak Lamar Odom, and I think RJ Barrett at his peak can be a lesser version of a Kobe Bryant. If his mid-range game comes along, I think RJ Barrett can be a 23 to 24 point per game scorer with six rebounds and maybe 5 assists.
Here's my only debate.
That would be awesome.
Here's my only debate. Because what made Kobe wasn't his points and the amount of shots, because I think they're both going to be scorers, right? RJ would definitely his would have to trend up, but his will be the difference, and it will take some time. Here's the only live part about the grenade juice. Can RJ ever be the closer or partial? Because Kobe's going down as one of the greatest closers ever. Right. Can RJ be 45%, 50% of the closer Kobe ever was? Then it makes more sense. But that's far from to be seen.
Hey, yo, Simmer say, he says, is a Kardashian going to be involved?
I hope not. Hey, so Kev.
I also we be less crack cocaine involved.
Yeah. No doubt about that. So let me ask the thing, because I think the RJ Barrett versus Kobe thing is further apart than the Randle Lamar Odom, but at the same time, Kobe Bryant and statistics show, and I watched a video on this, and I forget the man's name, and I wish I could remember so I can give him credit, but he did a video on Kobe Bryant. Mm-hmm. Kobe Bryant is the greatest contested shot maker of all time. Like, hand to his face, double teams, it didn't matter. Kobe Bryant could hit maybe, I think the statistic was like 38% of those shots. Like, I'm legit hand in his face or double team. Kobe Bryant hit somewhere like 37% number. And while 37% doesn't sound like a lot, right? For your career field goal percentage, sometimes you get wide open looks and it boosts your career field goal percentage. Right. So, but I think Michael Jordan's number was like 33% or something like that. Double team, hand in the face or something. But RJ's game, though, where it is right now, RJ doesn't have the footwork of a Kobe Bryant in the post. Kobe Bryant for a guard may have had the greatest footwork of any 6'6" guard ever. Kobe Bryant's footwork was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I believe if RJ can develop his mid-range game and add some post game, you'll see
I
RJ skyrocket. You'll see him skyrocket into.
I see what you're doing here, Freezy. I see what you're doing.
Even Kobe didn't have that, year 2, year 3 didn't have that footwork. So what RJ Barrett got going for him, I feel like, is that you could tell that he's a hard worker already. He puts in that work. He puts in that work. And the thing he doesn't have that Kobe had when he first touched the league, Kobe was like an elite athlete. I mean, young Kobe, Afro Kobe was dunking on people's head like Vince Carter. You know what I mean? RJ got hops, but he don't got that type of hops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He don't got disrespectful hops.
Exactly.
Right. Yes.
Exactly.
And I keep telling people, Kobe became, after he got two-pieced by Chris Childs, that elevated his game right there.
You know what? I want to make this less about Kobe because I see what it is you're doing, Uncle Freezy. Because you like you play mind games.
I ain't even gonna let him do it.
But I think it's positive. I think it's positive in this case because I think you're telling us to start to look because the trade talk has been off the hook the last few days.
Yes,
the trade talk. And I love Ralph. I shouted Ralph out earlier, right? That's my guy. The trade talk is getting a little crazy and it's making everybody go bonkers, right? And honestly, trade talk splits the fans. When right now the fans should be more unified, Knicks fans should be. So why not look to the greatness of what we have rather than try to figure out and where we go? And then I think if we believe that, then Kaiser's conversation, because I got to leave at 10:30. I really want to hit Kaiser because Kaiser.
Oh, no.
What?
We ain't about to have this. I got to get out of here. Bad. 10:30. Nah, man, no.
It ain't bad. I'm carpooling into Harlem today. We all didn't want to drive, so we said we'll carpool into that.
We got what's going on the golf course.
It's a little too cold. Trust me, if the weather was right, 45 degrees is my number. But I can roll Kaiser into your conversation because if we believe in Julius Randle and RJ, then we could build around them easily. And you probably could do that with free agents and draft picks rather than drastic trades. So I think Kaiser is the if I read with comprehension, all he ever talks about is don't give up the draft picks. He'll move heaven and earth never. So maybe it didn't make sense. But I see where you're going with Uncle Freezer. And if it was to turn into that, boy, we'd be very lucky.
Listen, we've been giving up draft picks from since I've been a Knicks fan.
Eternity, yes.
Since I've been old enough to watch basketball, the Knicks have been shipping out they draft capital for what? For past prime vets with bad knees, bad back, bad neck, bad rib. I mean, we can list all the injuries. So I'm just saying, let's stop giving up picks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's stop giving up picks. Like we can collect like. Let's say, like I said, George Hill, because he's like a guy that we can get. That's an upgrade over like Alfred Payton.
No, bro,
that's a high percentage.
You're gonna trade for you. So you're gonna trade. You're gonna spend assets to trade for a guy that's a lateral move from the guy that you're actually.
How is George Hill a lateral move? Kaiser, that can't hit a jump shot.
Okay, well, Kaiser, let me ask you this: Who would you?
If you
what
just
would you trade? What would you
I would give up guys that we're not even using. Like, come on, can we give up Knox? Or if we're not using Knox?
So you want to get?
I don't know about Knox. Yeah, I don't know about that.
What about DSJ?
Jump shot.
TSJ, yes. TSJ,
you're gonna give up Knox to get free to get better shooting. I don't even understand. Like that doesn't even make sense, bro. Just say you don't like a guy or you really.
I mean,
that doesn't seem like a very forward move.
You want to keep EP for because he's a vet, right? But
no, I just don't want like that to me. The trade you just proposed, I don't care if we trade EP, but it got to be for something better. Not that's totally that's that's ridiculous.
Okay, look at the stats. Look at the numbers. George Hill is what? He's a 40-something% 3-point maker. He's probably around 90% free throw maker. He's a vet that's been to the playoffs. He can come in and teach quickly how to properly play the point guard position. Yeah, I mean,
the more I see it quickly, the less I see of him being like that point guard that we talk about. I think he's actually more of a shooting guard, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I really think we do need a point guard who has a better shot, but still is a floor general. We need a
Kyle Lowry.
I mean, I take Lowry.
We would have to give
Lowry
up. We would have to give up, move heaven and earth to get Kyle Lowry to the Knicks.
Heaven and earth.
Yeah, he's not. Kyle Lowry's not leaving Toronto to come play for a losing franchise.
I mean, well, he ain't in Toronto already, and you don't really have control of your trade, so I don't really care about that.
So Toronto's going to give him to the Knicks for what?
I don't know. This is us shooting.
Well, they don't want to
shooting the shit.
Well, Kaiser, what they don't want to do is he's a free agent. They have no plans of re-signing him, so they don't want to lose him for nothing. So you probably have to give up a late first round, or what? I shouldn't say late because I don't know where they're going to fall. But this is where you'll fight back because you may end up having to give up a first rounder to get him.
So you're going to tell me that so Kyle Lowry is that much better than George Hill, where we probably wouldn't have to give up a first round?
Yes.
I don't think so.
You know what I like about this, Uncle Freeze? I'm gonna let this go because Kaiser now gets to get some smoke. He likes to give us smoke from the chat.
Yeah,
and now you get on the video panel, and now he get to get smoke from the chat.
Right now, you get to get that smoke.
I like to hear his nonsense.
I love it. Come on, we can look at the stat. Let's pull up the stats, man. Pull it up.
Well, I would like to look at this. The first thing I want to figure out is where are we going as an organization? Are we trying to make the playoffs or are we developing? Don't say both.
That's the question.
Don't say both because I had to start this one fish, two fish thing again, and I don't want to get back into that. You know what I'm saying? So just pick a direction and go, right? So if we're a playoff team, in our minds, if we're a playoff team, then if we're a playoff team in our minds, then I think we need to go Kyle Lowry, right? If we're a developing team and just want a vet to come in and steady the ship for Emmanuel quickly when he get bumps and bruises, then I think George Hill is a guy. As a matter of fact, I think Alfred Payton would be a guy, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a dude that's just gonna be like, hey man, listen, I had my time. I really want to start. I'm not starting, but my girlfriend likes fancy cars, so I'm trying to stay in the league.
So I'm trying to stay in the league.
So I'm gonna help mentor you. And this is gonna keep me because my mom likes fancy stuff too. And if this is gonna help me keep buying fancy stuff for my mom, then I'm gonna adjust my role. Right?
$5 million a year is better than $0 a year.
Yo,
exactly.
Basically, Kyle Lowry is Toronto's mascot. There's no way they trading him here.
I see where you going.
I mean,
with that.
I feel you. But the same was said about DeRozan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not like
I'm gonna be here forever.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not like Toronto drafted Kyle Lowry. It's not like they drafted him number one.
He was traded.
Kyle Lowry, this is Kyle Lowry's third team. Toronto is just the longest stint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we remember Fat Memphis Kyle Lowry. You know, Fat Memphis Kyle Lowry looked like Khalid El-Amin. You know what I'm saying?
Khalid El-Amin.
Yeah.
He said Khalid El-Amin.
Yeah, you remember him? You remember him?
Connecticut.
Yeah.
And then if I'm Kyle Lowry, I'm telling the Knicks, listen, I'm not playing for you. If they trade me, I'm sitting out until you let me go so I can go to a contender in the end of my career.
I don't see him doing that.
No way. Yeah. I'm spending the last year or two.
That's you saying that you would do that because you want to be right, but I don't see him doing that. He's not that player.
You know who did that? Who's the guy that's playing for the Lakers right now? He came to us through the through the Dallas trade when we traded Porzingis, and then
Wesley Matthews.
Yes, yeah, I think he did the exact same thing. Said he wasn't going to play for us, and so we gave him a game, and then we sent him off as I think we bought him out or something.
There are a lot of players that I didn't think was going to hold out, that I thought was like guys that had high character that have been doing it lately. So in the NBA, players don't play their contract. They make.
I feel you, but I don't see him being the guy that does that.
So Kaiser Salsa, let me ask you this: the usual suspect. Let me ask you this: how do you feel about me saying Julius Randle is a souped-up version of Lamar Odom?
I mean, if you would have asked me last year, I would have been like, "Yo, what you smoking on, bro?" But this year, I could see it. You know, this year he been doing his thing this year. You know what I'm saying? Got to give him his credit. He been racking up the assists. You know, Lamar Odom was known for his passing.
Right. A big guy that can move and handle. A big guy that also played big on the boards, could rebound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Could
We
grab
just got a Shaq or a Derek Fisher or a Rick Fox.
Yeah.
But we might have a very low budget Kobe Bryant, very low dollar store bodega Kobe.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say bodega. Like, I wouldn't play the guard like that.
Got Kobe,
Can't hear you, Ralph.
We got Kobe before he learned his moves, before he got his guy.
Well said. A rookie
And
version.
for all the talk, this is only his second year. Like,
but the thing about it was
Free Keith, he's barely played 82 games. He's barely played 80
and even that, like that's
the thing about it was
my point. Like, I don't bash a kid, I bash him for what I see. Like, yo, like, okay, RJ, I need you to shoot better. Cool. You shooting better? I'm all right. Like, he's doing his thing. Like, and this is really still his, like, this is just an extension of his rookie year. Like, it's not
right.
I'm all right with him.
Who are you talking about? You're talking about
RJ.
Oh, okay.
Dollar store, bodega Kobe.
I mean, they call it like Kobe had Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel ahead of him back then too. You know, he had to earn his stripes. He didn't just get burned. So
right. And so what I'm saying is this: I think Kobe Bryant is a top 10, top 15 shooting guard all time. Right, top 15 shooting guard all time.
Yeah,
and everybody rankings will be different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people will rank him second behind Mike. I got him
behind Mike, in my opinion. Shooting guard.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong, but we're gonna move on, right? So
just tell me who you got shooting guard wise ahead of him.
So Thesis Thomas puts, if I'm reading this correct, he says Eddie Jones days Kobe. I don't know about that.
Well. So the thing I'm saying is
that's a rookie version Kobe Bryant. You mean
yeah, exactly.
So rookie Kobe was 7.5 points a game.
Yeah.
RJ is ahead of rookie Kobe. Yeah.
Right, and so
I don't think so.
And that's the point I was just really trying to make. Like, yo, like, we talk about this guy's like he's like his fourth season or some joint. Like,
when you say you don't believe so, Ralph, what is your basis for that? Is it just a gut feeling, or
didn't he go to the All-Star his rookie season against MJ?
No.
Kobe? No, he did not.
Was that played? No, not his rookie season. I think like it's either his second year or third year.
I think it was
third year. Yeah.
Okay,
That's when it was at Park.
When RJ goes to the All-Star, then I can say he's better than rookie version Kobe Bryant. I would say that.
But that's still not a legit argument, because we're talking about RJ's rookie season versus Kobe's rookie season, not Kobe's third year.
And
RJ's rookie year versus Kobe's rookie year.
And you have to understand the situation.
I'm working on
the situations that they came into were different too. Like, Kobe came into a good team. Like, it wasn't like Kobe was him. Like, Kobe didn't come in and was forced to actually have to produce for the team to win. Like, he was battling for minutes.
Right.
Because you had Eddie Jones.
And it was a good squad. Like,
yeah.
I like Eddie Jones.
So RJ came into a situation where he
had
is forced to be a producer though. Like I feel like we might have gotten a worse Kobe if Kobe was in that situation.
Right. And so here's the thing too. Here's the thing too that Kobe came into. Not only did he have a Shaquille O'Neal in his prime.
Yes, sir.
He had a in shape Shaquille O'Neal
who hadn't won the championship yet.
Right. Who was still hungry. Yeah. And so they also caught lightning in a bottle with the point guard situation with the dude named Nick Van Exel, who absolutely caught fire. He caught fire in his career when the Lakers drafted Kobe. Because Nick Van Exel and all them guys, they was all right. They were.
Well, they didn't draft Kobe. He was drafted by Charlotte and traded, right?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Wasn't Nick Van Exel the dude who used to do the floaters from like the foul line or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was a problem. He was a problem.
And so the team around Kobe, like Kobe was insulated basically. Kobe because he also had a veteran two guard that won championships on the roster that mentored him, a dude named Byron Scott. You know what I'm saying? Byron the Frenchman Scott had played with Magic Johnson for all those years.
Yes, yeah.
And Phil Jackson Zen mastered him for 82 games.
Yep.
And his rookie Zen them straight in his brain.
Yep.
Ghetto, let me ask you, did Phil come in he came in Kobe's second year, right?
No, Phil came in 99. They didn't make it, but they won the championship in 2000, 2001, and 2002.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So Phil Jackson took the job after
benched him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
here's the thing. When Chris Childs two-pieced Kobe, was Del Harris coaching or was Phil coaching?
Are you talking about the dude from the Naked Gun? Remember the Naked Gun movies?
Yeah.
You make me sick, yo.
My job today is to implant nonsense, I guess.
Yo,
I guess that's what
you're really making me sick today.
I know. That was so random. I'm frustrated with myself right now.
Too funny.
So
too funny.
But yeah, so the RJ comparison, I think it's a very. I would say the RJ is the corner store Kobe. And I'm talking about tucked away. I'm talking tucked away by the lottery tickets and wave caps is where RJ Barrett is. You know what I'm saying? The Kobe Bryant, right? But there are certain parallels. I watched this dude's video, and I saw Kobe do moves that RJ will do right now. The difference is back then, a zone defense would be called an illegal defense.
Yep.
Against Kobe.
Yep.
Nowadays, teams can zone up, and you don't get the same effectiveness.
Yep.
Right. So when you watch, like, just watch small little things, and it's not Kobe's quickness. People think Kobe scored off athleticism like Vince Carter. He didn't. Kobe was athletic, but more crafty. Like he could hit you with a half spin if he felt your body on one side of him. Like if you were like on his hip, he would half spin the other way and maybe dunk under the big man and score or something like that, or fake like he was going to half spin and just elevate and shoot the jumper turning away from you. And so small things like that, if RJ can add to his game, right? But the thing about it is Kobe Bryant was the best contested shooter of all time, right? And what that means is Kobe Bryant didn't always blow by people. That's what that means. When my man said it, he didn't say it in his video, but I assumed that. Because in order for you to be the best contested scorer of all time, that means a defender has to be in the vicinity.
What that means is that's the hours of practice. You know, when you play ball, when you hit a shot and it's like you can't even see the rim, but you know it's going in because you done shot from that spot so many times.
Right.
That's what that is right there.
Right.
That's the work ethic that we want.
You know, and it's cool though, but like I think like definitely more work is gonna cause you to make some improvement. But I think like we actually fall into the trap that we think that more work can make anyone improve to the point where we need them. And that's not the case. Like Like some people you got to actually like okay, you're not a shooter. You're never going to be a shooter. You may be able to increase your shooting percentage over like you might bring it up a couple notches over the course of your career, but you're not a shooter. Right. Case in point, Rondo's shooting is just coming along now. Does that mean that he hasn't been practicing for like the entirety of his career?
Right. I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? So like some people just don't have the actual gift for what it is that we want them to be developed on. And so you have to know the difference. You got to know when to be able to like to raise or call on that bet.
And some people pick it up. Some people pick it up natural.
Okay.
Some people pick it up natural.
That's all part of
Freeze and Keith. What you just said, Keith, do you think RJ has that shooting touch?
No.
I think he's a natural scorer.
Okay.
And to me, I know people are very hung up on the shoot.
Chop.
What's going on, chop? The Cats is caught up on the shooting aspect of scoring, but you give me 25 points a night, I don't care how that 25 points is coming.
Right. Okay. All right.
It can't be too inefficient, though, Keith. It can't be too inefficient.
I'm being sarcastic, but like you know what I'm saying, like
I get what you're saying.
Like Ben Simmons, like Cats. I hear fans like, "Oh, I don't want him. He can't shoot." What? Are you stupid?
Oh hell,
right?
That would be the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the one thing he can't do. Like, why wouldn't I take him? Like,
he's smart about it too.
It doesn't prevent him from getting his numbers up and helping other people get their numbers up. Why do I care?
He's smart about it. He is smart about it.
Right now, while he still got his athleticism, he can get by without it. But
exactly
when he not moving as fast anymore, and he can't the legs.
Well, maybe his shot will come along by then. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
Right now,
it's the game of today.
Right.
Like right now, the game of today. The whole world could blow up tomorrow. Ain't no more.
But you never know when an injury is going to happen. Look at Blake Griffin.
You never know when they're gonna. You never know when white people are gonna attack the Capitol. Like stuff happens. You can't bet on everything like that. You can't
look at Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin had to add that jumper because the knees.
Injuries is gonna happen. Injuries may not happen. You can't really like.
Better work on it. Better work on it, though.
Is he injury prone?
Blake Griffin is washed up. By the way.
He's been having little injuries here and there.
What are you talking about? He's a top 50 player of all time. Just kidding.
You need to relax.
I want to see what he's gonna say. Like, what the?
That is mad funny. But if Ben Simmons did have a jumper, though, he'd definitely he'd be a candidate for that. He'd be a candidate for a top.
He don't even need a 3-point shot. He just need like a little jump hook, a little mid range every now and then.
I'm gonna be honest.
They'd be in the finals right now. They'd be in the finals right now.
For Ben Simmons with his elite defense and able to shut not just RJ, but it's across the league. He can shut a lot of guards down with his defense and his ability to get 15, 8, and 8. I don't even need that jump shot like that.
Exactly.
Right. And I'll give you an example. If Frank Ntilikina.
Here you go.
No.
Here you go. You see, Jetto, I see what you be talking about, man. He be throwing that stuff.
No.
He's called a gaslighter. He's called a gaslighter.
I'm saying, I'm saying if Frank was 10, 5, and 5 with that kind of defense, people, the Frankers will be beside themselves right now.
There would be more fans. There'd be much more Frankers, and they'd have an actual. Exactly. They'd have a leg to have a fans.
Right. And y'all know the Trumpers are jealous of the Frankers because they so loyal. You know what I'm saying? The Bayhive, Beyonce fans are like, I wonder how we could be loyal like the Frank Ntilikina fans. You know what I'm saying? The Barbies.
For me, he's holding on to a string for me because I always go by what my man Ron says. Man. if your best ability is your availability, if you're not available, I can't defend you. I can't.
He's actually been available for like 4 or 5 games though.
Well, but still.
Not 4 or 5. Still. Nah, it's only been 2.
But it's only been 2. But still, that's.
So Freezy, you think the Frankers gonna raid MSG like the Trumpers raided the Capitol?
I ain't raiding nobody. I ain't raiding nobody.
Yo,
I ain't raiding nobody.
Frank got Frankers, and he's not even a Franker.
Man, I moved on, man. I moved on. I'm more worried about the team right here.
The Frankers are legit starting a civil war with the Knoxers. Right? They're like, Knox is more trash than Frank, and y'all are loyal.
2 players
well, what's happening is the Frankers aren't seeing Frank, so they the reality's hitting them. Knox is still trotting out there some minutes, and they got a glimmer of hope that they're trying to hold on to, even though they can't get
mind-boggling. He's just so mind-boggling. He's an enigma.
They hate Elf in the meantime. Like that's how they pass.
They hate Bullock. The people they pick on is Elf, Bullock, and Mitch. No, they don't even. Yeah, they hate Elf, Bullock, and Mitch. If you bring up Knox, I promise you they'll bring up one of those 3 players to argue that Knox is better than them, and they're getting more money.
That's Kevin Wright. That's Kevin Wright. I'm not afraid to admit to call his name out. Kevin Wright would have fit him to the T.
Right. Kev, all I want to say is, I get the point about the availability. That's a conversation on its own. But all I care is about Frank. When it comes to him, is his aggressive to shoot. He went 4 for 4 last time he played. Well, not last time, but it was the game before that one.
Right.
He went 4 for 4. He was aggressive and he was shooting the ball. That's the Frank I want, and that's all I want. Whether he's hurt or not, it doesn't bother me.
I totally agree with you.
Stay aggressive.
I totally agree.
Looking to kill, going for people's necks, going for the kill. Then I'm fine with it. But if he's scared to death,
that's a problem. That's a problem.
So Raphael, you say aggressive.
You just said it, Raphael. You just said it. Like, was it the game? Was it the last game? Or was it the game before the last game? That's his whole problem.
That's his life.
Yeah, that was the Cleveland game.
In a nutshell. Like,
the Cleveland game. Was that the Cleveland?
As soon as I see him have a good game, I expect him to disappear for the next 3 games.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem.
I'm waiting for somebody to prove me differently. Like, prove me wrong.
I'm waiting.
Listen, that's your 12th man off the bench.
So the Frank jokes have started.
Frank is a 12th man off the bench, Free.
Frank
you sign him. You sign him for the same Damian Dotson contract.
Frank is a 6'4" RuPaul.
$2 million.
Wow!
Oh, God.
Wow! And I think RuPaul is 6'5".
And my wife watches that show too. It's crazy, but yeah, it gets frustrating for me because when he did have that game, Ralph, I was
Kev,
like, yo, he's
Kev,
coming
who's
on.
your favorite Nick? Kev, who's your favorite Nick?
Oh, you don't on this team right now or
on this team right now?
Well, it's gotta be quickly.
Oh my Lord, the dead has arisen.
It's quickly, man.
Are you serious? Are you saying quickly? Are you denouncing Frank Ntilikina?
I mean, it was RJ, but then I saw what quickly, was like.
Oh no! You are not a Barretier. You are not a Barretier.
Yeah, you see what he's doing, right?
Freezing
you see what he's
doing,
doing, right?
I legit on national TV compared RJ Barrett to Kobe Bryant.
You see what he's doing.
I'm a Barretier.
No, right? I'm quick.
Okay, all right. I'm saying I'm a Barretier, and y'all saw me compare RJ Barrett to Kobe.
I'm quick.
Until we got a winning record for a season, like I ain't nobody's nothing.
Yeah, I can agree with you.
When we a winner, I'll pick favorites.
You know what?
I don't got no favorites right now.
Kaiser Sose is in that Cade brigade. Kaiser Sose is in that Cade brigade.
I told you, Uncle Freeze. That's why I wanted him up here.
Uncle Freeze, you know why I'm a quickly? Because he had a bad game, and right after the game, he stayed in at Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena, and kept shooting it up. Next game, he was more productive.
I like him.
But Frank was there. Frank was there also.
Yeah, he was there too. I mean, you asked me a question. I mean, you said right now. I say it's quickly.
But Frank wasn't in the game. So it don't. Frank needed to be there.
Right. And
Frank was in the game.
Somebody had to shag balls while Quickly was shooting.
Somebody was passing the ball.
Yeah, somebody had to shag balls. So while Quickly was shooting. Oh, you know what? Pause. Somebody had to shag balls. Pause.
Oh man,
Frank has a very promising modeling career, and I feel like
modeling career.
I feel like you guys aren't respecting it.
Right. Right. Pink is a new plaid, Frank. Pink is a new plaid.
Hey, bottom line, this management team and coaching staff has no ties to pass
Actually they do. Actually they do.
Well, it's only Mitch and Kevin and
no, Leon Rose is Frank's former agent.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
It's pretty awkward when the agent you hired becomes your boss.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I told Cats this from last season when Rose got hired. Like, Frank is the hottest cat on the block because he either gotta be Jordan or he's out of here.
Right.
Yo. By the way, R.I.P. to Chuck's computer. Hopefully it gets right. I know he's somewhere burning up. He can't participate in the conversation.
Hey, you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna talk about it tonight.
Why did Frank fire Leon Rose? What's the reason?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sure Leon know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Leon Rose trying to figure it out too.
Right.
But I tell you what ain't gonna happen. These guys got egos, and this is something that we really don't put into enough context or even take into. Frank have to know it's hot for him.
Yeah.
He gotta know whatever he say to the public, to the media, blah blah blah. He has to know it's hot for him.
Right.
Yeah. And if it's really bothering him, which I know it is, I believe he'll go to Tibbs and talk to him about it. He did it last year when he talked to Fizdale. He said, "Yo, I'm a dog too," and Fizdale finally that's what Fizdale said. That's what Fizdale said.
You know what Fizdale told him? Fizdale told him, "Yo, homie, you gotta relax. My job is on the line too. I can't help you. I'm trying to help myself."
You see me trying to get Moutier right.
This is all about Noah Vonleh and Moutier.
Is Moutier still playing? Is
no. No.
Yes, he is.
No, Moutier is not on the team, and neither is Noah Vonleh, and neither is
Mario. I saw
Moutier
on somebody.
Man, I like Noah Vonleh though, man.
I think I saw Moutier on somebody's.
Yeah, I like it too, Ralph.
Okay, let me check to be sure. Let me double check.
I'm checking right now.
You know, out of that draft, Moutier and Towns and Porzingis and all that, Towns is the only person that's still left on his original team.
My ride is out front. I love. Go ahead.
Hey, no. We can wait.
No, I was just saying. I'll see y'all in the morning. Get one more day of pontification since it's not a game day. You know how the stations be hot when it ain't no game.
Right.
But
I don't think he's on a team.
Hey, man. Hey, listen.
I don't think he's on a team.
Listen, you ain't fooling nobody. We know you going to that hole, man. You know you go to the hole.
I'm going to do my Chippendales thing.
All right, man.
Pause. Salute to you.
All right, bro.
Safe journey.
Peace about that. Yeah. So Moutier does not have stats for this season, and I don't see where he's on a team.
Yeah. I don't see any stats for him this season.
Wow. Probably asking Frank how he get that modeling contract.
Yeah, man.
It's funny, man, because Moutier was supposed to be.
He ain't pretty like like Frank though.
He was supposed to be the man. When coming out of the that draft.
Right.
Whatever team was going to be drafting him, he was supposed to be Denver.
Honestly, though, I think he did get I feel like that's another what you were saying earlier, Freezy. As much as I dig Elf, I saw no reason why they got rid of Moutier if they were going to pick up Elf. like you could have really kind of just like kept the continuity,
right?
And you know what I'm saying, like go ahead and develop that dude. It wasn't like he was like super trash. Like he could shoot better than Payton,
right?
Yeah,
right. And so the thing is the dude that talked to me about why the Knicks are trash. Continuity is real. Chemistry is real.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And
these are real things.
Right. And so when he mentioned start off the season slow, that didn't bother me. But when he said catch fire at the end of the season, that's why y'all never get the number 1 pick. That kind of stoked me a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, chat. What do y'all? So virtual chat. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all think continuity is real, or do you think professionals are gonna just be professionals? Woodshed, what do you think?
I think continuity.
Absolutely.
Is the real thing. You need that. You can't keep switching up every year, because you never get better, because you got to learn from your mistakes, evaluate them in the off season, and try to improve. If you just bring in a whole new squad, then you're starting back at evaluating again at the assessment stage. So,
right.
Yeah, unless you drafting a super team where like, okay, the next season you getting Kyrie, KD, and Harden. Unless you getting like game changers, you can't be constantly changing your team like we do.
Mm-hmm.
The whole team, like.
Hey, I'm sorry. I was gonna say that. Hey, Devon, I put let me put the link back in the chat. Hey, Devon, can you see it?
Even then, I don't think that's gonna work out this season, in my opinion. At least not in the first season.
Okay. Hey, and so the and Kaiser Salsa, and I know this is way off base, but the thing I was trying to remember is the lyric. There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walk around with your head down, scared to look. You shook because they know such things as halfway crooks. That's what I was trying to remember. That's what I was trying to remember, man. So, but anyway, I'm older.
What's up, Lawrence? My man. Hey, Devon, how you feeling, man?
What up?
I gotta take my hat off to you guys. I gotta take my hat off to you guys, man.
Since we got 8 people in the chat, man, I'm gonna step out of the way and let y'all eat. You know what I'm saying? Just remember not to talk over each other, man. Be respectful and all that stuff. I just don't want it to be too crowded up here with Uncle Freezy's crazy opinions and stuff. But I'm gonna just step out of the way for a little bit. But hey, Devon, what's good, man?
What's good, Uncle Freezy? How you been, man?
Where you been at? Hey,
I've been in the chat. I've been around. I've been, circling the block, giving everybody my love.
Circling.
I got to sprinkle it around everywhere.
Absolutely.
Hey, you from Atlanta, right?
Cali.
That's right. Cali, that's right. Hey, so I'm gonna get out of the way real quick, man, and let y'all eat.
Okay.
All right. Thanks again, Uncle Freeze, for having me. Yo, Kevin, Ralph, y'all gotta take my hat off to you guys, man. I don't know how y'all guys do it, man. Well, I was trying, because after I left man last night, I went to Gamble's thing, but I'm so tired that I don't know how y'all guys do it, man. I'm all new to this. I'm trying to learn how to I'm orientated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. We just do.
I gotta take my hat off to y'all guys. All y'all guys, you, Ralphie, Gammo, Sam, all y'all guys. I don't know how y'all guys do it, but I gotta salute y'all guys, man. Y'all show mad love, man.
I'm catching heat. And I ain't gonna lie, Lawrence, I'm catching heat from the missus because she's on. Because my wife goes, "You're on another podcast."
That's where I'm at.
So I took my hat off to anybody who's single right now that I don't gotta, deal with
that. Mom be throwing shots at me. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I guess I'm in the house, so she can't say too much.
She was like, you was on a podcast for 4 hours. I was like, so
Yeah, sometimes, that's what they. I did that, then I don't know. That's another story. I say it for another time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Kev, let me jump in. I just, since you said it, it reminded me of something. Hey, everybody, go to Blowing Tears and check out the Knicks versus Chuck B, and Coach Zach. Also,
was a good one.
If you want to be in the Lawrence Tears debate league, hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter. Hey,
Uncle Freeze?
It's at Big Freezy.
Okay.
It's at Big Freezy. If you want to be in the Lawrence Tears debate league. So the thing is real, and we have rankings, right? So we have about 8 people in the league right now. The champ is Queese from Sports Vibes TV. Kev W, excuse me, aka Hoodie Kev. Hoodie Kev is the #1 contender, and Chuck B is in 3rd place. But listen, these dudes are beefing with each other behind the scenes, and y'all don't know it. These dudes legit want to put paws on each other, and I'm like, y'all calm down. Y'all can't just do this stuff on. Y'all can't just do unsanctioned bouts. Y'all gotta do sanctioned bouts. Right? You ain't never seen Mike Tyson fight nobody in no alley. You know, we handle this stuff in the ring, and these dudes are legit mad about their spots. The #1 contender is mad because he's the #1 contender. You know why? Because he want to be the champ. Yeah. And the dude in 3rd is mad because he ain't the #1 contender.
Lost.
You know why?
Because he lost. That's why.
Because he mad because he in 3rd place. You know why? Because he want to be the #1 contender so he can get a shot at the champ. So if y'all think y'all can debate, and a lot of y'all think y'all can, hit me up on Twitter, DM me. Right? So you can be officially in the blowing. There's only one Knicks debate league.
Yeah.
Right? Lawrence Tears.
And
Lawrence Tears. Don't be coming at me with no Gilligan's Island belt.
And
I'm the Gilligan's Island champ.
I'll sponsor anyone going up against Chuck. All right, you got money coming in. I'll sponsor anyone.
I'm telling you,
I don't got a Twitter.
Sign
me up. I don't got a Twitter. Sign me up.
What? Hey, Devon, listen, Devon, you're a nice guy, man, and we like you a lot, and we feel like you're a major contributor to the Lawrence Tears, Lawrence Tears family. You Lawrence Tears West Coast, right?
Exactly.
But we don't want to put you in this ring and get you pawed up. We don't want people putting them paws on you. You know, we don't want to get one. Dude,
can't nobody put no paws on you.
Dude, you
made that thing was fierce, man. I watched that back. That thing was fierce, man.
Devon, I'm saying, hey, look, listen, Devon is made for TV, right? He's smart, you know what I'm saying, all kind of stuff. But in that debate arena,
it gets ugly.
It's ugly. It is ugly.
Put me in there.
It is ugly.
Yeah. I watched Chuck B versus Zach. I watched Chuck B versus Zach.
If you go up against Chuck B,
no, that's not
you, okay?
Man, hold up. We're not talking versus Devon. It's a different one.
Right.
Yeah.
Devon is talking.
You only got a minute.
See, he's talking versus. It's a different thing. He's talking about where you gotta. Where it's 1 minute. You explain to Freezy. You explain to Devon.
You got to get in this ring and defend yourself because the dude on the other side of the ring don't care if you got a pretty smile and you real articulate. He don't care. He want to put them paws on you because winning is everything.
Right. I'm very competitive.
Okay. All right. That's all. I'm gonna just say that and I'm gonna get out the way, man. Hey, yeah. I'm gonna give you. So I'm gonna give you the application, but I don't expect you to bring it back. That's all I'm saying.
I bring my apps back.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. There. What's up, brother Lawrence?
Ain't nothing, Uncle Freeze. Ain't nothing, baby.
Hey,
man, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
like Ralph. Shout out to Ralphie because Ralphie was in the debate. Them guys only got 1 minute, and they gotta say what they gotta say in 1 minute, and it's hard to do that. And me personally, I mumble over my words, so I know I can't be a part of the debate. But like Ralphie and all them guys was trying to get. They was getting at it. It was getting at it. You know what I mean? It's hard to do it in 1 minute.
Hey, Darlie, I need your help with something. I'm trying to edit this video, and my video won't come out right. Can you help me with that, Darlie? Darlie's in the chat, y'all, not in the video chat. He's in the virtual chat.
How hard was it for you, Ralphie, only having a minute to be able to get your point across?
Well, my whole thing is, how do I say that? Me personally, like there's some stuff that I thought I said mentally that I didn't say vocally. That's one.
Right.
Two, see, I could, for example, right? this is the thing that there's a lot of beef, and Freeze is not joking about the beef, because I have some beefs myself, but I'm not even addressing it, right? Because real talk, if you ask me my opinion, right? I don't think I lost. I don't even believe it. It's not even I believe or I think, right? There's a lot of.
I think
look, you have. I understand if you want to counter points.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's a beef, right? Like there's a beef with Chuck and Sports Vibe, and he's saying you're creating lies now, right? So I'm gonna call you Sports Lies. This is a real. See, that's a fact. You see how I'm talking facts?
Right.
I'm talking facts. So
I like the facts. I like the facts.
Within that, you know, and I have to rewatch the video, but like it started off with Mo saying something like, "Yo, you are too comfortable with the situation with Alfred Payton." That's what Mo started the conversation, and that threw me off my rhythm. And I'm like, "What you mean I'm too comfortable with Alfred Payton when you don't know my resume that I am?" First of all, in this panel, not just, especially in Blue Orange Tears, I am the most pro-trade guy in the panel. In this Blue Orange Tears panel, that's me. I run that. Everybody running away from that free agent talk, I stay on the talking about, yo, listen, we need to make a trade for CP3, Russell Westbrook. Since October, I've been talking that talk. So when Mo's talking to me about this Alfred Payton talk, right? I'm like, this guy's not even doing fact check. He's just talking to me off the whim, talking to me that I'm pro Alfred Payton, this, that, and third, this, that, and the third. I lose the round. But
you want to know something? That's how a debate is voted. That's what debate is all about. See, if I could throw you off your game, could you see?
I'm talking. So let me answer that. So then I'm talking. So round two, I was like, you know what, man? This guy, he's trying to tell me that I'm scared to make a trade. I'm like, I ain't scared money over here with this Knicks thing, man. I'm not one of you guys that just want to be focused on the draft and it's the game one of the season. You got me confused, but I lose that round. Round two, I'm talking Lonzo Ball. I should have told him my real history, but it should have been his job to do my history. He should have checked my history first and know who he's talking to. But I'm like, this is this is all you gotta do to win. You gotta say. So I'm like, you know what, man? It's true what Chuck is saying. You could just come up with a lie and win the round. But I'm not.
But if I throw you off your game, if I come up, for me, it's a debate, right? So the debate is throwing off your game. So if I can throw you off your game,
right. So that's for me. There's a question. What's your credibility with the win? Are you really winning, or are you just talking, just debating and winning the argument? And everybody says, I like the way you said that. I like the way you remind me. But you're not really talking to me. You're just talking like, yo, listen, you're making, you like Alpha Payne, and you just going off the win.
They winning off style point.
If I'm going to battle Mo, I would do my
Hey, Raphael, it sounds like you're a salty loser.
It sounds like
So let me
ask Kev this question.
So let me ask Kev this question. I want to finish talking, but I want to keep talking. If you want to hear from me or you want to hear from Freezy, y'all talk. But if you want to hear from me, so that way you know what I said everything. We get it out the window. We could get it out the way. Let's get it out the way. But if you want to keep talking, we could put it on y'all. But this is me.
Hey, I want to
get it off his chest
because I want to get back to RJ, the RJ and Randle compared to Kobe and Lamar Odom, but it sounds like God of Moses and Elijah need to get his weight up. So in the debate state, and it ain't not personal. Like Q-Tip said it best in the lyric. Q-Tip said, "You eat wheat checks, and you still like the ass and can't flex."
I mean, I was there that night, but I'm not. I don't take nobody's side. This is from my point of view. And Kev, he was a judge that night. He could vouch for this. A lot of times, what I was doing is everybody was piggybacking off everybody that night. So to me, the person who started the debate was probably the one that was going to win the debate, because a lot of, not you, but a lot of times, I'll give you one example. Hoodie Cav said something about when Freezy asked him about who do you think the third scorer gonna be on the Knicks. So Cav said by committee, right? That's committee. He used the word committee. Chuck came behind him and said, oh, he gave 3. 1A, 1B, and 1C. That's still by committee. Just because you said 1A, 1B, and 1C doesn't mean that you won that round. Right. You see what I'm saying? All you did was piggyback off of what he said and then say it a different way. So now I got to give that to Cav because he started that conversation. He said by committee. Just because you say 1A, 1B, and 1C does not mean that your answer was more correct than his. He said it's still by committee. In the 8-man rotation, you named 3 players that came off the bench. So it's 3 players that was 8-man rotation. That's still by committee. So it's the same answer.
Well, even so, what it comes down to is getting the votes from the fans, from the people. And if the people say you lost, guess what? Your ass lost. Goodbye. Let's talk about Kobe.
It's a mess. You know what?
I'm not going to discredit my man Ralph. Ralph got a good point.
No, I love Ralph. But I'm not going to discredit the crowd.
No, I'm not going to discredit.
I'm not going to discredit the crowd. Let's not play the crowd like they dumb.
The thing about it. One thing, Ralph. When those votes were coming in, they were coming in, left and right, and we were trying to make sure that we was most accurate as possible when they, when they're coming in. Because when he puts on there, he says vote, you won't see anything, but then a few seconds later, they'll start popping up, bing, 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 bang, bang. So we're busy trying to count to see who's
I don't mind.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Ralph, your debate probably was the hardest to debate because y'all, when you was in it, y'all wasn't really piggybacking, but a lot of the other ones they was piggybacking. So it was kind of like hard to judge them ones, and that's why you started seeing that the votes started getting closer, and people only win about 1 vote. Because it started getting because it was hard to tell who won because they both were saying the same thing. So it was like, all right, who do I go with? Do I go with?
Guys, I'll be right back. Right, I'll be right back.
But a debate is supposed to be able to throw you off your game. That's what a debate is all about. So I'm going to say lies. The presidents do it all the time. They tell lies on each other. Right. They say you said this, and they say, okay, where's your fact check? But they fact check after the debate is over. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I'm used to listening to sports debates. In sports debates, if I'm going to battle, like if I'm going to argue with you, I already know some of your points, and some of my points. I can't. For me, I'm not used to that, so I'm not prepared for somebody to say to insinuate something else that I know it's not, but I can persuade people to vote for me that you are something that's not even true.
Yeah, okay, I understand that point. Yeah,
so that's what threw. So I was like, wait a minute, what's? I don't care that I lost.
You off a little bit, huh?
Do I care that if it was like certain losses? I feel like there's gonna be certain losses that would bother me more than this loss, because if somebody beats me off facts, I'm gonna be mad now because you got me beat in the argument. Now you beat me in an argument, but this loss, it bothers me. But then I'm like, all right, that was a cheap trick. This was that. I don't have to try to get.
But the thing with this is different. You know that you're being voted on by the crew. You're being voted on by the crew.
That's fine.
And so you have to play to that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to sometimes be Mike Tyson, but sometimes be Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be slick with the stuff. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. With crowd participation, it's like rocking a mic. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people want hardcore lyrics, and then sometimes people want that bass that's gonna bump. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the crowd. You got to be able to. But
you know who I love?
You got to read the room.
You know who actually like Guillermo. Guillermo's hitting me with facts right now. Like I like his points. He's giving me straight facts. Like if I'm not gonna throw something else that doesn't. I'm like, I don't know, man. Look to man. I if I lost, whatever, fine. But there's other people out. There's other ways I would, that I would rather win or lose.
So what are you trying to say? You trying to say you're ready to get back in the ring already?
Raphael just trying to say he's salty. He won't even.
Ready to get back in the ring, Rob?
There's gonna be salty days, right? There's gonna be, I don't want them to be, but there's gonna be days I win and there's days I could be salty. But I'm not gonna say somebody that as if I'm happy with Alfred Payton being the Knicks. Like that's that.
Oh, he brought up Alfred Payton.
Like I'm good. That's like.
So what's your beef with Alfred Payton?
No. That's what Mo started the whole conversation. Like as if like you're too comfortable wanting Alfred Payton with the Knicks. You should be looking. I
don't want Alfred Payton with the Knicks.
I don't know something about.
Are you trying to troll me?
No, I'm giving you Mo's debate. How he started his first round.
He's saying Mo is like Trump said, crooked Hillary, crooked Mo. That's what he said.
Oh wow. Because if we could get Alfred Payton out of here for a pack of Newports, I sure would enjoy that pack of Newports. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't do that either.
Oh, Alfred Payton is gone. Alfred Payton is gone. Alfred Payton is gone.
Trade accepted.
Top law has the proof.
Yo, so like just because I respect Alfred Payton, right now he is the best we got.
Alfred Payton is not the best we got.
Who's the best point guard we got right now?
Who's the best point guard we got?
Anybody.
Right now, who's the
RJ and Randle are better point guards than Alfred Payton.
Right now, who's the best point guard we got right now?
I would rather bring DSJ out of the mothballs than see Alfred Payton one more time.
See, man, that's an easy battle to win, Freezy.
Easy.
So, like, you don't have to make a point sometimes. You just people have to just agree with you, and that's it. That's it. That's all. That gets you 10 votes. Easy. That's it.
Right, because wasn't RJ running the point here and there at Duke?
Yeah. When their point guard got hurt, RJ Barrett was their point guard.
RJ is not a point guard. Come on, stop it.
Alfred Payton,
not a full-time point guard.
Not a full-time, Keith, but a better facilitator, if you will.
Okay, so we're talking about facilitation now. So like
right now, Payton is averaging like 2 turnovers a game and 3.8 assists per game. So I mean,
as soon as I mentioned DSJ,
the offense is not running through the point guard. The offense is running through the power forward.
Right. You got a
reason
point.
why.
What are you talking about? He's holding the ball a whole lot less.
Payton holds the ball too when he gets the ball.
Randle is the point guard. And he plays
when Payton gets the ball, when Payton has the ball too, he plays point guard.
He plays 42 minutes a game.
And that's not sustainable.
I don't care if it's not sustainable. It is. This is what's going on. He's a 42-minute per game point guard. Like, what are y'all talking about? What games are y'all watching?
That's
the ball is always in his
Alfred Payton. So you're saying Alfred Payton doesn't have the ball in his hands a lot? You're saying Alfred Payton doesn't
in the ball way more.
Is that on? Well, hold on. Time out. Is that on Julius Randle or is that on Alfred Payton? His ability.
That's on the coach. This is how
if Alfred Payton can do his job better, wouldn't he be the point guard?
No, this is how Tibbs is right. Yo, if you're choosing to have a power
hold on. So David Fizdale's trying to do that too. So
we're doing that because of
Thibodeau. That's something about Alfred Payton.
What are you talking?
He had a point guard who wouldn't be putting the ball in Julius Randle's hand.
Exactly, Kaiser. 3 coaches have done that. 3 different coaches have done that. Alfred Payton is not a good point guard.
Y'all keep arguing like whether somebody say good or not. Like Alfred Payton is not the point. The point guard is the power forward this season. That's it. And he plays 42 minutes a game.
And he's also averaging 4 turnovers.
Point guard is the power forward, and he plays 42 minutes.
Real point guard
facilitates a lot.
So
we got the early morning debate show. I like that.
So why, if the power forward is the point guard, why does Alfred Payton have a uniform?
Right, because we need 5 men.
So you're saying nobody? So you're saying Alfred Payton is our 5th best player on our team?
No,
not even.
I would. Man, listen.
Because anybody could really start over Alfred Payton. If Julius Randle is the point guard, then anybody could start over Alfred Payton.
Dude, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like Rondo and LeBron last season. LeBron was the point guard.
No.
Rondo when you gonna say that? You're gonna say that? You're gonna say that he wasn't a point guard though?
He came off the bench.
No, that's a great
off
point.
the bench, and he ran with the second unit.
You don't use
Rondo came off the bench and ran the offense for the second unit as the point guard. You're talking to a guy who lives in Cali.
Look at the facts.
But the fact is, what you just said doesn't make sense because Rondo came off the bench.
And he ran the second unit. Devon is
so he was more the point guard than the starting point guard too.
What?
LeBron was more the point guard than the starting point guard too. He was the point guard.
Was Rondo not a point guard last season though? Did he not run the second unit?
Yeah,
he had his own unit. So you're saying Alfred Payton is not the point guard, but because Julius Randle is, right?
Ran the offense when LeBron sat. What do you mean? If LeBron was on the court, he was the point guard.
So who runs the offense when Julius Randle's not on the court?
They play together. What are you talking about?
And Alfred Payton doesn't handle the ball when he's in the game at all.
Quickly comes on after.
Time out. Alfred Payton doesn't run point guard at all.
Devon, listen. I don't.
Randle is running the offense. Quickly comes in after Payton.
Okay, so hold on. Now when we run our offense, don't we do like a little like dribble weave play that leaves everybody a chance to facilitate? That's
you can't tell me you watch the game and you can't see that Randle is actually the guy who's
right, but that's not what I'm arguing with you is that Alfred Payton has his chance to facilitate and he does a bad job at it, or he's not a good facilitator at all, and that's why Julius Randle has to do his job. What are you talking about?
How Tibbs has the team set up, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Right, but hold on. But didn't Mike Miller do the same thing? Didn't Mike Miller do the same thing?
Are you okay?
Did David Fizdale do the same thing?
Last season,
did David Fizdale do the same thing?
Okay, last season when Alfred wasn't here, right? He was injured for the first 20 games of the season, and we didn't get now 5 games in that span, right? So he comes back. Even Clyde is like, wow, like look at the facilitation, look at the assists. He was averaging 7-8 assists last season. So you telling me so he just broke? It's just broken now? That like it's not nothing different? No, the difference is the ball is out of his hands. The person controlling the offense is no longer him. It's the same thing. The person controlling the offense is Randle, and he's doing it for 42 minutes a game.
Alfred Payton can't shoot.
Alfred Payton is not a good point guard.
Alfred Payton shot 20%.
If Alfred Payton was a good point guard, he would. That's what Alfred Payton. That's what he's good at. Actually, that's his only good thing he's good at, and he's not good at doing it.
Hey, Devon. First of all, I don't appreciate how you trying to touch up Free Keith. I don't appreciate it.
I'm just trying to, show my talents. You feel me?
No, man. Let's talk about something. That
don't make any sense. Like, yo, like we have, like he's doing. Like, there's nobody on the team who can play like Randle. It's obvious, right?
I got something.
This day Vaughn's nephew.
Including not one point guard. And that's not even me defending Elf. There is not one point guard on the team that could do better than what Randle is doing right now. Name one.
Right. So why is Alfred Payton on the team? Point.
And that's what we're saying. Why do we have Alfred Payton?
You don't need that guy there. They're going with a LeBron James mentality. That's what they.
I don't think it's that though, because Randle's not that great at facilitating either.
You don't think it's that? It's obviously that. That's what's going on.
Not that great at it either.
That's what's going. Randle's not great at it, dude. Everybody is. Oh, come on.
No, right. Hey,
all right.
Mo in the building.
8 assists a game, but he's not good at it. All right, cool. Go ahead. You got it. Randle isn't good at it. You got it. Nobody is good at it. It's any point guard on the team. There's nobody good at it.
Alfred Payton is the worst point guard. The worst point guard system. What do you mean? He's a starting point guard for the worst point guard room in the league.
I mean, we're pretty much near the bottom in assists per team by team.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
The thing is, Alfred Payton is meant to be a backup point guard. He's meant to be a backup. He's not meant to be starting. So that's what he's getting paid for. He's getting $5 million is what you pay for a backup point guard, not a starting point guard. I'm not going to kill somebody. Look, if he was getting $10 million, $15 million, fine. Getting paid like a starter, that's a good argument. I would kill him for it. But
thank you. This is my point. When you defend stuff like that, you sound like you're an Alfred lover. Like you're loving Alfred. Like he's the best situation on the team for what he's doing. That's it.
For his contract, he's a backup. So what you need is, which a lot of Devon, I'm gonna make it real quick. And I'm gonna give it back to you. A lot of fans, again, and I keep saying this, a lot of fans in the offseason were hating the fact for trading a point guard. Everybody said no to any point guard, whether it be Schroeder. Everybody wanted to see Frank get more minutes. Some people even, DSJ, I don't know if there was so many, but people wanted to see rookies get more minutes and they did not want more a point guard in the offseason.
I think everybody thought he was going to draft.
A lot of fan base. All I'm saying, from what I saw, I saw a lot of fan base saying, "Nah, man, we need to give our youth more playing time. That's going to take away playing time from the youth."
I think everybody thought that Tyra Lewis, Tyrese Halliburton,
so when it came to get a point guard,
everybody thought a draft point guard was coming in.
So when it came to get a point guard, a lot of people were hating. The fan base was hating on Chris Paul and all these other contracts and all these other players, and they're going crazy about, no, we need to hold on to the draft pick. No, we need to fade for Cade. Now they're saying fade for Cade, and now they're saying they're not pro fade for Cade. Now whatever. They're changing their minds now to we having that situation going on. Now they want to kill Alfred Payton, who they said who was a problem, and then I'm not treating nobody's look. I don't think Free Keith is treating Alfred Payton like a starter. I am not either. So
you are treating him like a starter.
I was defending him, and
defending him. What are you talking about?
Talking about how what I said was wrong about you defending him, but here you are defending him.
That he's a backup point guard. He's a backup.
How is he a backup? He's starting. You can't call somebody a backup if they're actually starting.
Right. People like you don't want to trade we don't have a starting caliber point guard.
That's my point.
He's the closest one of the bunch.
This is my point.
We're not going to say
he's the closest one of the bunch.
Hold on. Let's use football for it. Let's use football.
No, I don't want to hear no football.
No fucking
if you're the quarterback, right? If you're the quarterback, right? And we line up in the wild.
Yo, this Alfred Payton thing is crazy. You remember when I told y'all, man, this Alfred Payton stuff will hijack your show? Alfred Payton can't shoot. Alfred Payton can't. This is crazy. So Alfred Payton is not a backup point guard, for one. Alfred Payton has started 350 games in the NBA, right? Y'all know the stat. Remember at the beginning of the season, I said Alfred Payton started 331 games for lottery teams bound to be in the lottery. Alfred Payton has been the starting point guard for teams for 331 games. And this is the beginning of the season, so if you add the 19 games, I guess it's 350 games for teams that head for the lottery. Right. The most important part to that is started. So Alfred Payton is a starting point guard. I just want to establish that because I don't want to have loose facts go out here and things that may be false drive a narrative. So Alfred Payton, before the season started, 331 games for teams destined, landed in the lottery. Right. He started 331 games for teams that landed in the lottery, right? And he played 19 more, so it's about 350. But he started those games, right? So Alfred Payton is a starting point guard. Just wanted to clarify that.
I got a question for you. Let me know if I can ask you guys.
Alfred Payton comp. Son started some.
Alfred Payton started 350 games for teams destined to the lottery. That's a fact. That's a stat that's real.
406. Out of 406 possible games that he played in, so he started about 80% of his games. You know what I mean? Like, he's not that good.
Right. So, I dig it. But what I wanted to say though is to say Alfred Payton is not a starter is not true, because he started 350 games out of 400 games. You know what I'm saying? So to say that he's not a starter is not necessarily accurate. But I think what Ralph is getting at is at this point in his career, he may not be a starting caliber point guard. I think that's what Raphael was going with that. But I didn't want the narrative to be that everybody here thinks Alfred Payton is a career backup when he ain't. So, hey, Raphael, you had a question.
I got a question for you, Freezy. How many fans, right? Let's just talk about panel. How many people would trade, right? Using cap, we have salary cap. We still have $18 million in cap space, and we still have draft picks, right? How many would trade for a point guard? And if you don't want to do a trade, then why are you complaining about Alfred Payton then? I just want to know where are we going with these arguments, complaining about Alfred Payton if we have draft, we're far from going from over the salary cap. We have $18 million available.
17 mil now, Ralph.
So which question do you want us to answer first?
Whichever way you choose.
Because he's replaceable. Like, Alfred Payton is the most replaceable point guard out
in the NBA.
Ralph, let us answer the first question first. Okay. Let's answer your questions first, and then you can go ahead and have it. Because I know you want to get somewhere else, but you asked us a question. So let us answer the question. So even Free Keith said that he would be open to trading for a point guard, and we discussed Derrick Rose. Right, so that's the answer to answer the first question that you asked, right?
That's just me. I'm pro trade though. He's talking to a whole different part of the fan base.
No, that's not pro trade. Okay,
that's not pro trade, but still hate the guys that they hate. Whatever.
I mean, I wanted like the right stopgap, a cheap veteran, that could come in, that's done something. Played for good teams, good coaches, like I'd said like a George Hill or a Mike Conley or a Ricky Rubio, somebody who could come in and just fill the position till we draft the guy, in my opinion.
Right.
This is a tank job. I'm still with the thought that this is a tank job, like getting Alfred Payton. I think that they didn't think that Julius Randle was going to play as well as he did this year, and they thought, all right, let's fade for Cade. And that's why they got Alfred Payton. He's started many times in his career, and he's had a stretch. I remember that stretch in his career when he was like getting triple doubles left and right. But he's just not the guy. He's not the guy.
He did that here too. But but that's whatever.
It can't be a tank job
here too.
But the Knicks knocked off the Utah Jazz, and the Utah Jazz have the best record in the NBA. And they also knocked out the Milwaukee Bucks and other teams. We went through it already. But the Knicks have knocked off giants in the NBA, but also lost to suckers because we couldn't generate enough offense down the stretch. And some games it just looked like it wasn't even offense or Alfred Payton. Everybody just looked tired.
It's like I don't understand why Raphael was mad about the way that the debate went, because of course if you say anything positive about Alfred Payton, I'm gonna pounce on that. If I didn't do that, I would be doing a disservice to myself.
The only thing positive about Alfred Payton is that he has a $5 million contract. That's the only thing that's good about it. But we gave him a no trade clause, so that kind of like nullifies that. Other than that, to me,
I think that too much is being made of that. I think that that's something that actually comes with the type of contract that he signed. I think, I don't know if it was so much a no trade clause as it was like because of like the contract he signed. Like when he could be traded would have been after it.
Okay, so when you sign a contract, there is a date where you have to before you can be traded. Like there is a date that you know before the team can decide to trade you within the season. But he had a no trade clause, meaning that he can choose. Like we can't just trade him to any team. He has to physically say like, okay, I'm down to go with this team. That's from my understanding of it. Now, if it is something else, then my bad. But is Alfred Payton worth $5 million? Yes, but is he worth the starting position? No, he's not. He's not even worth the backup.
Devon, I agree with you.
I get. If you want to say his contract value worth his play, yeah, I would give you that. You know what I mean? But his play on the court, just alone, grading that on its own, it's subpar. It's subpar. It's been subpar for years. His inconsistency. He, okay, he used to be a great, a better facilitator.
Just say you don't like him. Just honestly, just say you don't like him because to say that he's been subpar for years is actually a little bit inaccurate.
So what's your 1914?
406. He's played 400.
Hey, hold on, hey Devon, hold on for a second. So Woodshed, thank you for the super chat. Woodshed 1914 says, man, I said during the offseason when everyone scoffed at CP3 and Russ trades, I don't want to hear any whining about Payton. Embrace the PG poverty.
Thank you.
I'm pro Russ. So I'm pro Russ and CP3. So
no Russ. Russ definitely would have been.
Can I change the
Payton.
What? Are you? Yo, we wouldn't have won. Oh, you're bugging out. Russ right now with us and like Russ and Randle. Like that would have been.
Can I change the topic a little bit, my brother? Can I change the topic a little bit? Y'all going on about this. Y'all not going nowhere on this topic.
Did you just say
Devon real quick? Devon, I agree with your point. Why? Because you want an improvement from Alfred Payton. You would want to make a trade for a starting point guard. That's logical for me. For example, okay, cool. The players you named, fine. But when you want to fade for Cade, from what I remember clearly what Mo said, when you want to fade for Cade, right? And then on top of that, you want to complain about Alfred Payton, and you really want this to be a tank year. I'm like, listen, that I can't listen to his argument. I'd rather listen to your argument better.
But okay, well then, Ralph, what are we all doing here then? If that's the case, you know what I mean. This is what this platform is for.
But he's complaining to me in the debate, talking about Alfred Payton. I gotta come at you because you're talking about Alfred Payton positive. Yet he wants to be tanking and fade for Cade. Like, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this?
Is that Knicks fans just like to be bitter and argue? That's really where it is.
Right.
Like,
hey, so right.
You give somebody what they want, and then they're not happy with it. Like, it's just weird to me because like a lot of the same people who have the same arguments didn't want to trade for anybody.
Well, I don't think in the perfect world anybody would want any Knicks fan would want Alfred Payton to be our starting point guard. In a perfect world.
So we already.
Okay, I don't. I'm a Knicks fan. I don't, but I can see what we got.
Freezing.
Right. So hold on. Wait a minute, man. So the conversation, man, is like the head against the brick wall conversation we having right now, and Lawrence, and Lawrence was like, yo, he just wanted to. Because the thing about it is this. No matter how much we use conjecture and projection, if we don't have a definitive answer. We won't have a definitive answer. You know what I'm saying? It's speculation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and sometimes we get
back and forth, and it's like
right.
It's no point going to get proven if y'all keep going back and forth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Arguing about
so right now, y'all wrong. It's kind of like want. It's because I keep hearing the same thing back and forth, fellas. You know what I mean?
So what you want to get to?
Yeah, I want to talk to my man Ralph. I see a report came out about your boy Bradley Beal today, Ralph. It's getting close. Now when he starts talking,
that's really freezing. Got really freezing on a Beal.
If he start complaining, right, and he went out because his wife tweeted she's sick of his body language. She's sick of him losing. So the report is out in the New York Post, right? So if that's the case, Now we might be able to get him for not giving up something. See, if you give up something, like I was saying yesterday, if we gotta give up because they're gonna want something, right? So if you deplete the team to get him, then he's going to be right in the same loser situation.
Lawrence, you got a nickname that we can call you?
They call me LT.
LT, can we call you Low?
Yeah.
No, there's a Low already. There's a Chop Low. I forgot. Dang it. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing, and this is what I pointed out to Free Keith earlier. Without any changes to the roster, the Knicks knocked off the Milwaukee Bucks, the Boston Celtics, the Indiana Pacers, all of those teams without any changes, any major changes, right? My deal is I would love to focus on what's on the roster and see if we could make what's on the roster better, right?
That's what I said last night. Ralph knew I said that last night.
So, but and at the same time, and this is just my thoughts. I'm not speaking for everybody, right? But I would like to see if we can make the stuff on the roster better. Like, can we get more out of Kevin Knox? Is the complaints that Mitchell Robinson is making about being more involved valid? Like, if we unleash Mitch, does that make us better? You know what I'm saying? Because right now, Rudy Gobert is 2.3 win shares, right? Guess what Mitchell Robinson is? 2.2. So if we unleash Mitch, can we get Mitch up to 2.3? I'm asking because I don't know. But a trade may not impact that. I would like to see it because it's only been 19 games. And I'm asking Knicks fans to pack the break a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, listen, for Bradley Beal, I'm all in for Bradley Beal. I'm sorry about that, Chop. I'm all in for Bradley Beal, right? I'm all in for Bradley Beal. But at the same time, I would like to see a little more, like for instance, I'm frustrated with Elfrid Payton, right? But I would like to see if Tom Thibodeau can unlock Elfrid Payton. Elfrid Payton's not 45 years old. Elfrid Payton is what, 26? 25? 25 years old? That's not old for a point guard in this league. You know what I'm saying? Can Tom Thibodeau unlock Elfrid Payton? I'm frustrated with Elfrid Payton because of his unwillingness to do stuff, not his inability to do stuff, right? That's what frustrates me. So can Tom Thibodeau unlock that? Because I feel like a rising tide raises all boats. So if the rising tide makes RJ Barrett better and Julius Randle better, how come it can't make Elfrid Payton better? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. Now, Elfrid Payton frustrates me now. And Nerlens Noel frustrates me because Nerlens Noel will rebound when he feel like it. Right? Some games he'll have 2, some games he'll have 10. And that frustrates me. Right? But before we start throwing all these pieces away after 19 games, how about let's see what we have? You know what I mean?
I asked that question yesterday. Ralph will tell you that. So I asked the question, how good are we? Because my thing was I want us to stop trading and stop trying to get other players. But then Ghetto Intellect came on last night. He made a valid point as well when he said, no, let's not trade them. But we got all these draft picks and we got $18 million to absorb another contract where we could trade some of them draft picks. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay when we got to trade away these players that we finally got something that we can build on and you could add pieces through free agency as opposed to not always trading a mortgage in the future away. So I had asked that question of how good are we as a Knicks team and what are the things that we can do as a team, I guess, to make it better, to make them better, as opposed to not always just making a trade. And then Ralph and everybody was like free agency and et cetera, et cetera. But that's where I'm at.
So I want to win right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to win like I'm double parked outside. I want to win like I gotta pee. I want to win like I got a pot of beans on the stove. All those old people sayings, right? Right. I'm in a hurry to win right away, right? At the same time, I believe in what's called true value, right? True value is not always seen, right? Like for instance, my man Free Keith. I believe Free Keith is a star, right? I believe Free Keith is a star, right? But you may not see Free Keith's value right away. You know what I'm saying? Because it may be in some formats he might shine, and some formats he may not. You know what I'm saying? But I know his true value. You know what I'm saying? So instead of trading him for what y'all perceive him as maybe not in the best situation, I'm gonna hold on to him. Same thing with Elfrid Payton. Like I don't want to ditch Elfrid Payton because he can't shoot. I know there's other parts of his game that he's good at, right? But at the same time, I'm not patient enough to wait on him to do it on his own. Elfrid Payton has to step up. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like Elfrid Payton, he get to the basket anytime he wants, but when he don't feel like doing it, he won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's frustrating to me, to have a tool and not use it. When you have guys out there that wish they had the tool so they can use it often. You know what I mean? So the Bradley Beal thing to me is one where if we can do the deal right away and not rock the boat, tip the boat over, I say do it, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if there's a Bradley Beal deal that tips the boat over, I don't want to do it because the time's not right. You know what I'm saying?
And then the team, he's not a proven winner yet. He's a bona fide stud scorer. His team doesn't win.
Let's not do
That's facts.
Let's not.
It's not a debate. It's facts. What's his record?
That's not.
I don't have to debate. Keep. It's not. I don't have to debate.
Yeah, that's not debating. Bradley Beal hasn't won anything.
It's not about. I don't have to debate on that. That's numbers.
It always
he's on a lose.
This guy hasn't won. This guy has.
He hasn't won.
Like, what his talent say?
He hasn't won.
He
hasn't won
because his team's been shitty.
That's not my opinion. That's not my opinion. So that's why I'm not going to debate about.
Elevated his
winning. Winning is a team sport, and
it's arguable that we got.
My man Tim said you can agree to disagree, but it's not. That's not my opinion. That's facts.
Question: are you talking about?
You gonna let me talk or you gonna talk? I'm gonna let me talk or you gonna talk?
Can I finish the question? So, but
you cut me off,
guys. Are you talking about guys?
You cut me off, though.
Are you talking about guys that are like world changer guys? Like this guy.
How you know what I'm talking about if you cut me off?
Like LeBron.
How you know what I'm talking about if you cut me off?
Okay, all right.
So I ask you a question.
No, how do you know what I'm talking about if you cut me off?
This is why I'm asking. I'm trying to get clarity.
Never mind it.
I'm asking you a question.
It's facts though. It's not my opinion. It's facts. He's not a winner.
Okay. Look, I'm asking.
He's a bona fide scorer. He's not a winner. That's facts.
Lawrence,
look at his record.
You know what I'll say to that? You know why I disagree? The reason why I disagree is because Ernie Grunfeld has been the GM of the Washington Wizards from 2000, or the president of basketball operations for the Washington Wizards from 2003 to 2019. And I don't know if you remember Ernie Grunfeld, but he was our GM when we were getting Shanding Anderson and Howard Isley and Claire. I
understand that.
Like he knows how to make teams real bad. So I don't know if Bradley Beal is the reason why the Wizards have lost so much over his career.
But he hasn't elevated his
team. But the thing I'm saying, you taking it to the GM. See what you doing?
Hold on, y'all. Let's
one at a time.
You took it to the GM, right? So you only could it's like you only could play the hands that dealt to you, right? Am I right or wrong, fellas? You only could play the hands that dealt to you. So with that being said, you look around the league, he is not a winner. I'm not saying he's not a scorer, he's not a stud. I'm not saying any of that. The fact remains that his teams have not won. So he doesn't make his whole team better. He's not one of them kind of players. Will he fit with another team? Would he fit with the Clippers? Would he go good with whoever else won? Would he go good with Brooklyn? Absolutely, because he's going to play with other bona fide guys who make other players better. Now, if we got to trade and mortgage the future of bringing him to New York, how's that going to make us better?
He's not a difference maker, is what you're saying, Lauren.
The same thing the same argument about Westbrook that people have about Westbrook, we can have that same argument about Bradley Beal too. What have they really done? What have they really done with their teams? They've had their own teams. Their teams haven't he hasn't elevated his teams. None of the players.
But to Westbrook credit, after Durant left, he did take his team to the playoffs. Am I right or wrong?
You're not. Westbrook did do that. As Bradley Beal hasn't done that at all in the Eastern Conference, a weaker conference.
Hey, it's not my opinion. It's not my opinion, fellas. It's just fact.
I know what you're saying. I feel
it's not my opinion. It's just
challenge. But at the same time, he's a loser.
Though. Like y'all really being unfair because it's kind of like winning. The winning portion is very much team dependent, unless you're a guy like LeBron, like one of the 3 or 4 guys in the league that can change the team by yourself. Like I feel like it's unfair. It's unfair for us to because this constantly comes up with Knicks fans when we talk about trading certain guys. Like, oh, X, Y, and Z cat is not a winning player. Like he's not but we look at their situations and all their teams have been crappy. Like we
look. It wouldn't be. It would make no sense. I look at the talent
for
Bradley Beal. If we got to, we got to give up players that we have now, and we're not even that deep. We only got about.
This is how you can tell
anyway.
But I feel we all pretty deep though. That's the thing. I feel like we are pretty deep. Like I feel like
I'm talking about on the trade. I'm talking about trading wise. Like if we were to trade for Bradley Beal, who would we have to really give up? We would definitely have to give up Mitch or RJ to start off with for sure.
If I'm the Wizards, I'm going to give me RJ. You're going to give me 4 first-round picks.
You're going to give me RJ for sure. Like for sure. I need RJ or Mitch for sure. For sure. Like, it don't even
ask. They might ask for him, but I don't like. I can see us doing it without him.
Right. And so, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this because there was also another falsehood. I'm not gonna call it a lie, but it's not a fact. The fact that we say Bradley Beal is not a winner is not accurate, right? Because when surrounded by talent, the Washington Wizards were in the playoffs with Bradley Beal. The Washington Wizards made the playoffs with Bradley Beal, John Wall, Kelly Oubre, Markieff Morris, Martin Gortat. Remember that team? That team made the playoffs for years in a row. But now when John Wall got hurt and those guys were left in free agency and Bradley Beal was left by himself with a barren roster, he couldn't lift that roster to the playoffs. So while it's fair, it's also unfair at the same time.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, so I'm not saying that it's a fault, a lie. What I'm saying is it's not totally accurate because saying that one player should be able to lift a team to the playoffs with the roster looking the way it is.
But it is when you're talking about bringing them here to the Knicks when we got a similar roster without that talent.
Then think about this. My point was this: the point we would have to deplete our team to get them, and we would be in the same.
You'd be in the same situation. If you trade a player for a player like that, you can be in the same situation that he's in. You're not taking them out of a good situation and put a bad situation and putting them in a better situation. You're taking them out and putting them in the same kind of situation. If you trade for draft picks.
Who starts at small forward for the Washington Wizards right now? Who starts for the Washington Wizards at small forward?
Any idea?
You don't know, right? You don't know. Who starts at center? Who starts at center?
Thomas Bryant.
Thomas Bryant has been out 3 weeks with a torn ACL.
He was putting up numbers.
You didn't ask me all that other stuff.
Right. But who starts at center for the New York Knicks?
Mitchell Robinson.
And you know that because he's a quality player. Who starts at power forward for the New York Knicks?
Thomas Bryant is a serviceable player too.
You know he's putting up better numbers.
Thomas Bryant is out with ACL. What are we talking about? Thomas Bryant has been out, and the Washington Wizards still have the worst record in the league, right?
Okay, but Thomas Bryant was playing when he was 14-6. He's a serviceable player.
Okay. All right.
And he did 43% from 3, 64%.
Where I'm at in the situation, Keith, is that I don't want us to be in the same situation when we traded for Melo. When we traded for Melo, you see what I'm saying? So that's
with no pick.
I understand that.
And truth be told, did Melo make our team better? Nah, he just was a piece, right? But when we added Jason Kidd, a bona fide leader of a team, it made our team better. We won 54 games. That's the only time in that whole era we won 54 games.
We're a little bit
saying that though.
I agree with you. I do not want I would not want a scenario totally like that scenario ever again. Now, how? But let me just say this, and I'll get out of the way. To me, he asked me a question. Let me ask. Like, we end up, if that is the situation, we're clearing house to get one player. Dope. I am not with that. I totally agree with you, but I think that we're a little bit shell shocked, and we're not really looking at the full playing field that we have right now that we didn't then. Like, we have a treasure trove right now of pieces that we didn't have then.
Thank
like,
you.
That's true.
We did.
All right, let's play devil's advocate. If you're the Washington Wizards GM,
we had way better tradable
Wizards. Tell me what
We've never been sitting on so many picks. We've never been sitting on so much draft capital and money and money.
No, Keith.
Than ever before in Knicks history.
Players
is I'm just so nervous, man. I'm heartbroken as a Knicks fan, man. I'm so scared about
one part of your asset base. Players is just one part of your asset base.
Right.
Lawrence,
here's the thing.
Let me ask you a question, Freaky. Let me ask you.
Hold on, Devon. Hold on. So Lawrence, the thing is, we won't be in a situation where there's a mellow scenario anymore because of where we are currently. So currently we have bread, we have young talent, we have assets in the form of not only draft picks but trade exceptions and things like that we can add where you won't have to do that. So in a situation where you traded for Melo, you traded dudes like Raymond Felton, Gallinari, Wilson Chandler, and I'll be honest with you, the 2021 Dallas pick is more valuable than any of them dudes, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying?
We know what they are. We gave up a pick. We gave up a pick in that deal too.
Yeah, we gave up several.
That pick was Nene. Ended up being Nene.
No,
that pick ended up being Nene, right?
No, not in that trade. We traded the Nene pick in the Antonio McDyess trade.
Raymond Felton is a near all-star point guard. Danilo Gallinari is still in the league killing.
But wait,
was nice.
You're just talking about non-winning players.
What, those are players that you could
add. Who would you rather have?
I agree with you. I'm just saying.
Who would you rather have? Cade Cunningham or Raymond
that we had.
Who would you rather have? Cade Cunningham or Raymond Felton?
Well, you're saying the 2020.
Melo made out better than those players. Just saying.
All right, Free Keith, would you rather have the Dallas pick right now, or would you rather have RJ Barrett?
Wait, what?
What?
If you were the Wizards, would you rather have? If you're trading Bradley Beal, would you rather have RJ Barrett in the trade or that Dallas pick?
RJ Barrett. I'm the Wizards. I'd much rather have RJ.
If I'm the Wizards, though, I'm asking for both.
But it doesn't matter. That doesn't.
You got to give me both.
That's not negotiation. It's deals.
If I'm the Wizards, you got to give me both for Beal.
Doesn't mean
I need everything. I need everything that you got because now
you need it. Don't mean you
is an all-star.
Keep them.
I'm sure they wanted Frank too in the KP deal. I'm sure he wanted Frank to Frank as well. Didn't get him. I'm just saying, like, what you want don't mean that's what you're gonna get.
Exactly.
We don't have. Those don't have to give up nothing to you.
They not under any stress to trade Bradley Beal.
I'm not saying make a stupid trade. I'm not saying make a dumb trade.
You're not listening. The value that we have on our players is very high, right? Like RJ Barrett, he's a good player. That's all we really have is RJ and Mitch. And everybody else is really like, you can keep those players if you really want.
We had
like,
way more assets back then.
We had Gallinari is a good player still. Gallinari is still a good player today.
Don't confuse. You're just talking about one asset base. One asset base. We had players that we drafted. We have seven draft picks over the next 4 years, bro. First round.
Right.
That's we got something crazy. We got something crazy like 9 seconds or some stupidness like that over the next 4 years. We got
proven players. I don't care
that part.
In the league, those picks are valuable.
Look what the Clippers had the Clippers had to give up to get Paul George. They had to give up.
Team that might be in the lottery.
6 first-round picks for Paul George.
Our picks are valuable.
You're gonna have to give up the same amount for Bradley Beal.
How many did they give up?
They had to give up like 6 first-round picks for Paul George.
And what did they give up too? They gave up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander too, right?
Yes, sir.
Right?
No, they didn't give that for Paul George. They didn't give that for Paul George. You know who they gave that for? They gave that for Kawhi. They didn't want to make that trade for Paul George. You bugging out.
Right.
They made that trade for a top 2 player in the NBA.
It was for Kawhi and Paul George.
That's a fact because he said he wantedUl George. Y'all bugging out. Use your brain.
He said use your brain.
What traded for? Let's
use your brain.
Keep going. We can keep going. There's a lot of
they would have traded all that for Paul George by himself. You bugging. That owner.
I gotta get back to work, fellas.
They did that in the
I love all y'all guys, man. Don't take it personal. I love all you guys. I love all y'all guys. Don't take it personal.
Oh, let me just say that real quick. I get hot. I love y'all though. Like if I don't care,
I love all y'all guys. But I gotta get back to work though, right?
I can't even bring this out of me. So just know that.
All right, Keith. Love, baby. Thanks, Uncle Freeze.
Hey, dog, you dipping? Where you going?
No, don't dip.
Yo, man, look, I'm at work. I'm in my office.
Oh, man. Come on. Why you busting up the
I'm a chef. I got to get back to work.
Man, you busting up the party, dog. All right, boss. Be safe out there, man.
Yo, I'm glad to see Keith laugh. I didn't want to see Keith bust a vessel.
That's just me. I get passionate over this.
Yeah, that's us fans. I love it.
Yo, we only gave up 1 first round pick in the Melo trade, the 2014 first round pick. That's
because
we know who that wanted to be in, right?
Because we had physical talent.
Jokic?
Because the physical talents that they wanted.
No, who was that pick? Who was that, Freezy?
Jamal Murray.
Oh,
wow!
I think it's either Jamal Murray or Gordon Hayward. It's one of them.
Either one of those hurt.
Yeah,
one of those.
Ugly either way.
That's ugly. But
still, though.
You understand my point, though? We had the physical talent. Cool, they took that. But like right now, we actually have draft capital talent, and because teams think because we are still a lottery team. Those picks have value, bro. They have value, especially as much as people are sizing up these next couple drafts. I'm telling you.
Right. But look, if we add Bradley Beal to our team's going to be better. That means the picks is going to decrease, right? The value in the pick is going to decrease.
Hey, Mo, can you read the super chat for us?
And Luka, when they get on the court, they are going to ball out. We've already seen it. They're gonna make the playoffs.
Yo,
hold up, D. Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead, Mo.
Slow down.
Donald Cannon gave us. Wait, keep 1 second. Donald Cannon gave us a super chat saying, one at a time. Can't hear y'all, so we should probably go. One at a time.
So shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. So I'm gonna get it out of the way, but I think y'all snuffed out my grenade. And Devon, you wasn't here, and Mo, you wasn't here either. But what I said was the live grenade that I threw in the center of the room. It was more catered to Raphael to see what he thought. I think R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle are comparable to Kobe Bryant and Lamar Odom, in a sense. In a sense where R.J. Barrett is not Kobe Bryant. He's not Kobe Bryant, but I do believe Julius Randle is a better version of Lamar Odom. So what do y'all think about that?
Yo, I loved Lamar Odom, and I just don't see what you like.
I don't feel that because they had Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum too. We don't have.
No, I'm just talking about these two players.
I know that, but that made Lamar, because they had Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum, that made Lamar Odom stand out a lot more because he was a lot different than those two other guys that they had.
Nah, but Lamar was different though.
That's what I'm saying though.
I mean, but even with them, like, I mean, like, even comparably across the league though, like Lamar was different as a
Lamar Odom was the sixth man. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they had two other cornerstone nice pieces in front of him that made even Lamar Odom more valuable than, you know what I mean? Like, his 12.7 rebounds, 8 assists or whatever looks amazing because he was like the 4th, 5th best player on that team.
Wait, Woodshed is right though. He was, but we were talking about LA Odom, but like he was crazy on Miami too though.
Yeah.
But you know, he never averaged over 6 assists in his career.
He didn't have to. Was he playing 40 minutes a game?
Yeah, he wasn't a big.
He wasn't playing 40 minutes a game like my man Randle.
He was averaging 30. He averaged 33 minutes a game his career.
The whole career?
Right. Yeah. But on the Lakers, he averaged about 27, 28. Yeah.
28 on the Lakers? Okay.
Yeah, he played a lot of.
I think so y'all are saying that his handles are better than Randle's?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about his rebounding? Is his rebound better than Randle?
Everything else, I like Randle better.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And they're comparable. They're comparable in height and weight. You know what I'm saying? They're comparable in handle. I mean, Lamar Odom's handle is better, right? I'm not just
way more finesse. Way more finesse.
But Julius Randle is not Enes Kanter when it comes to handling the ball, right? you know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, Randle. So you can see my comp for Randle and Lamar Odom, and I think God of Moses and Elijah can see my comp for RJ Barrett.
Randle is more of a bully than he is, though.
Yeah,
Randle was. I mean, Lamar was more.
I get your point.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like look at Kobe's first 2 years in the league.
Yeah,
right. Compared to RJ, right? And so if you go by, if you believe RJ Barrett can get better, then you can buy into this thing that RJ is in the same stratosphere. Maybe not in the same league,
by the same league. If we wanna actually cut hairs by the numbers, RJ is actually better than rookie Kobe.
Right, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that though, because rookie Kobe got less opportunity than rookie RJ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because if Kobe was on a team by himself and got all the opportunity, then Kobe's numbers might look different. And I'm saying for better or for worse. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you look at career arc, I believe RJ is gonna get close to being dollar store Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And when I say dollar store Kobe, Chad, don't put Uncle Freezy on a rotisserie.
I don't like that. I don't know if I like that.
I'm just saying RJ is corner store Kobe where you keep the lottery tickets and wave
I'm so much of a Knicks fan, but I'm so much I live in LA. I
know you can't be mad. I know you can't.
I love that I can see my Knicks player in that light, but I just can't. I can't even fix my words. I
just gave Kobe credit. You know,
it's just like
it sounds sacrilegious what you saying, bro. Like it just like I
live where it's posters and billboards and murals of this man. You feel me? Like every day even before he passed away. You feel me?
RJ can't be that for New York.
I can't. I can't see that.
Yeah, like
I'm just saying,
got that hunger in him.
If it happens,
yeah.
I'll take it if it happens. Trust me.
I'm just saying. So the two things Kobe brought to the league are the ugliest brand of sneakers. The Kobe Bryants, the Kobe were always trash. Even colorways.
The night
and Kobe
crazy eights.
And Kobe is a top 20 shooting guard of all time.
Top 20.
Top 20.
Did you say 20?
Top 5. What are you talking about?
I mean, top 5 debatable, but definitely at least top 10. Like that's
wait, shooting guard. Wait. Why is top 5 debatable?
No, I'm saying, no. I'm saying that's at least debatable. Like I would agree with you, but like I could That's ridiculous. Like, of course he's top 20. Like that's like saying Jordan is like top 20 basketball player ever. Like, come on, stop playing.
Right. Stats might say otherwise.
Oh wow.
Stats, right? Did he surpass other people? And when you look at the top list of shooting guards, or we just saying it as
what are we talking about here?
They just shooting
Kobe. He said Kobe.
From the
Kobe.
dome.
I'm not about to go on here and slander Kobe.
Kobe's
no.
I'm not slandering Kobe. I'm not saying. Listen. That would be. I would be less.
Everybody, time out. We all need to take a timeout and say Kobe is at least a top 3 shooting guard in the league ever. We all just need to
not top 20, right? Not top 20,
not top 10, not top 5. None of that. Top 3. It should be 2.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna give you a look at
Michael Jordan. I'm taking Kobe
right now. I would agree with you, but I'm just saying, like, there's room for debate in it.
There really isn't.
So who is these other shooting guards you taking before Kobe Bryant? Besides Michael Jordan.
Listen, you know, older heads gonna bring up like Bob McAdoo. They're gonna bring up some old names, but in our generation,
like y'all wilding with that.
Let's just stop it. Prime Kobe would destroy him.
Yo,
okay. All right. So let the debate begin. And so if we're gonna debate, don't
your man gonna have some numbers by the end of his career, bro. Like
no, I ain't talking Clay. No,
this is it.
So here. So let me name a guy. I'm gonna name a guy, and it's gonna knock Kobe off right now. Right?
You stop throwing grenades. Stop throwing grenades and run up.
He's setting us up.
I'm gonna just name a guy. All right, and this is start the debate. You gotta be either or. All right, Kobe Bryant or Dwayne Wade.
Kobe. That was the one I was going to give you.
Kobe Bryant. No, I don't want to know. Either or.
Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant.
I'm going Kobe.
And the 24 is better than Dwayne Wade.
I'm going Kobe. Because we seen him play head up, and we seen Kobe bust that ass. So I won't even go to stats. I would just go ahead.
You got to give that one to Kobe.
Business.
Kobe.
No, I don't have to give that one to Kobe. You know why? Because while Kobe Bryant won 5 championships on rosters that were super stacked, Dwayne Wade drug a team to the finals by himself. With a no. Hey, listen, hear me out.
So Kobe didn't do that with Paul Gasol?
Because you're gonna say no. You're gonna say that he had Shaq, but he had a 14-year veteran Shaq, right? And he had a 16-year veteran. He had a 16-year veteran Gary Payton at point guard, right? He had a washed-up Jason Williams, right? He had a Udonis Haslem, right? And y'all are talking about Dwayne Wade is not even in the same stratosphere. This conversation
is where I say that there's discussion. Like, see, like that's my point. Like, there's
no debating that.
He's not.
What? Yo,
Wade is not Kobe Bryant. I'm sorry.
Man, D-Wade had probably one of he had probably one of the best finals performances ever of anyone.
Ever. Are y'all crazy?
No, Freezy. Shaq was still nice. 22.9 points a game. He was dominant.
Shaq was 478 pounds. What? Shaq was 478 pounds.
Listen,
that doesn't matter.
Kobe never had to call him.
Dwayne Wade never won a ring without Shaq or LeBron James.
Exactly.
Dwayne Wade had to call LeBron and Chris Paul.
Player on his team for 2 rings.
Hey, Kobe never won a ring without Phil Jackson.
That don't matter. I don't care.
Mo. So you said that don't matter, but Michael Jordan never won a ring without Phil Jackson.
Okay, LeBron James never won a ring without James Jones.
It's neutralized. Nobody's ever won a ring without a good coach. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Tyronn Lue.
He had LeBron. No, he had LeBron.
That's me. I think Ty Lue is a fraud. I think
he had LeBron, right?
No. I think that LeBron won that ship, and Ty Lue had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
Keith, what I gotta say is it takes a good coach to take your team down 3-1 and like make them believe that they can win. I know LeBron James is one of the greatest players
in the world on your team.
LeBron is one of the players of all time.
Pat Riley, look who Pat Riley had. He had Magic, right?
Stop.
Stop the madness. So they didn't mention that Draymond Green got suspended. Nobody.
So y'all telling me like, okay, so the Nets, right? The Nets make it to the finals. It's because of Nash.
No,
or the players.
Exactly. Like you can make it. You have enough talent. You can make it with a mediocre coach.
Right.
Look at it. Okay, Keith, look at this.
Mo, we're talking about Kobe versus D Wade. That's what we're talking about.
Lue coaching to the finals.
Devon, we're talking about Kobe versus D Wade, right? And y'all are saying Kobe over D Wade.
There's no talk. We could bring. There's no talk. There's nothing to talk about.
Why couldn't Kobe
100% every day?
Here's another one for you. Kobe Bryant versus Jerry West.
Fire in the hole.
I'm not even talking about that. It doesn't even our discussion.
Don't sleep. West was something in his day.
How many rings does Jerry West have?
West is the logo.
I'm gonna go Kobe Bryant.
Better than Kobe. Like what?
I'm gonna go Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Y'all are bugging.
You want Kobe in the 8 or you want Kobe in the 24? Which Kobe you want? Which one? Because I'll take either or. He's better than Jerry West. The 8 or the 24. It don't matter which one.
Jerry West is legit the greatest shooter to ever breathe breath. And I tell you what. In 1973, the Knicks had a 2-point lead. So check it. I'm just checking.
You just tell us that Kobe Bryant shot the best under duress.
Right.
But you know what though? That stat was Kobe Bryant shot 38% on contested shots. That's 38%.
That's great.
Is that your counter to Jerry West being the greatest shooter of all time?
What did Jerry West shoot? Or they didn't take that stat in his day?
Yeah, we didn't. I don't know if they took that stat in his day. I'm giving Kobe props for that stat, right? But I'm gonna tell you this: the Knicks had a 2-point lead, about to win the championship, right? And so Jerry West, all the Knicks had to do was inbound the ball, right? So Jerry West steals the inbound and hits a 75-footer to send the game into overtime in Game 7. Has Kobe done anything like that? No. You know why? Because Kobe
Bryant scored 80-something points in one game.
Jack got out in the finals, and Kobe scored like 15 points in a row. What are you talking about? That's Kobe's big coming up part.
So y'all are saying
there's actual conversation that can be had about like see, that was my point. The point wasn't saying that like Kobe was the 3rd best or Kobe was the 5th best, but that there was conversation to be had for other people's inside.
Like, it's arguable that Kobe is probably like one of the best Lakers of all time, if not the best Laker of all time.
Okay, now that's a non-starter. Like that's if we're talking about you as being one of the top shooting guards ever, like that's kind of like,
and that's over Jerry West.
If Kobe's the best Laker of all time, he's definitely better than Jerry West.
Wait, Jerry West, you said best Laker of all time, or one of the
best Laker of all time. He played for the Lakers from day one.
I thought Tyson said one of the best. My fault. I thought he said one of the best.
No, the best.
Okay,
that's a debate. Meaning
that he surpassed others in his past. The numbers in all categories, right? Shooting, whatever.
He's the best.
I'm just going by what I've heard other Lakers greats say.
Okay.
Said that Kobe Bryant is the best Laker of all time.
Yeah,
this is just what I've heard Kareem and Shaq and other great Lakers say.
Even Magic, all of them, right?
I mean, and that's cool, and they're being deferential, but like there's argument to be had that like there's argument there, meaning that like it's not a foregone conclusion that he is just better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that he's just better than like this conversation you can have. Like,
and they did say this before, and they did say this before he died, just in case anybody's thinking they just saying it because the man.
I don't care what somebody else says, just to be humble, or even if they really believe it. The point I'm trying to make, I'm not saying that he isn't the best Laker of all time. I'm saying that there's capable argument to be had inside of that realm. You telling me that we can't have a discussion about Kareem being a better Laker of all time than Kobe? You can't. Really?
Yeah, you can.
Really?
You can't.
Or Showtime Magic?
The realm of conversation.
All right.
That's not what I'm saying, Free Keith. That's not what I'm saying.
So let me get back to the point to the point of contention, right? I have another one for you, and don't be biased. Kobe Bryant versus Allen Iverson.
Don't even say anything. Anyone, don't just. Like,
you know. Hey, so I'm gonna tell you this: numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
I would say that even Kobe said that we lucky Allen Iverson wasn't 6'6".
Kobe definitely said that.
So, you know what I mean?
And Keith said Tyronn Lue don't do anything. Didn't Allen Iverson step over Tyronn Lue and look at him like?
But you know what? Iverson
my point.
But you know what? Iverson took
the only person that beat that team, that team that the Lakers went undefeated. Iverson Sixers beat him once. Game 1.
Right.
But Iverson took himself out of that conversation when he told the story. Remember, he told that story that, you know, it was like after the game and he was talking to Kobe and Kobe was like, I'm going to the gym. And Iverson said he's going to the club. Remember that story?
Right.
So you talk about practice?
Practice.
Iverson kind of took himself out that, you know, that discussion.
But look at your numbers. Look at your numbers, though, is what I'm saying. Allen Iverson did more with less on a consistent basis.
He definitely did. He definitely was carrying cast. He definitely was carrying.
He got a terrible cast. Yeah.
To say because
the cast that they gave Kobe at the end of his career.
At the end of his career, dude. Come on, they paying him $60 million. Like, who could they afford?
They robbed him of Chris Paul. They robbed him of CP3. Remember that CP3 the league shot down?
I salute the Lakers for is how they treated Kobe on his way out. Like, because that's how we should have treated Ewing. And we didn't. And the fans didn't either. So fuck us too. My fault. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Right. And
but they mortgaged a little bit of their present when they extended Kobe and let him ride out his career.
Right.
But that's because they probably thought they was gonna get CP3 and some of those guys they were supposed to get, and then
Kobe was washed. Kobe was coming off a torn Achilles and all of that. Man, Kobe was washed.
Last year he was chill. You're gonna lose that one. He was
still averaging 20-something points a game.
Okay. So here's one for y'all. And this is a live grenade. Kobe Bryant or James Harden.
Come on.
Come on. That's easy.
Come on.
Can we stop?
Man.
James Harden don't even play the other side of the ball at all.
And we're comparing guys in the middle of their career to guys whose career is over, and that's really not fair. And
come on.
And we should stop doing that, even with the LeBron Jordan joint. How are we comparing greatness from the inside of somebody's current friggin'
all these
James Harden has no reason to be ever.
You could have said Jordan and Kobe. Come on.
No, because it's not like this is year 4 for James Harden.
Yeah,
James Harden is in year 11.
I feel you, but it's not year. Well, how many years did Kobe do?
19?
So it's not year 19 either.
Oh,
like when James Harden did in the playoffs, he go from a Maybach to a Toyota.
So I don't want to compare. I don't want to compare.
And now
the
what?
Kobe's bad
He has
years.
4 chips in a row with the dribble brothers that he just the dribble brothers in the Nets right now. What if they go on a crazy 3-year run and like now they're a dynasty? I'm telling you,
that doesn't help James Harden.
Why doesn't it help that change James Harden? Because he finally gets the chips to add to the numbers.
That would help his legacy.
That he plays on.
Because Kobe doesn't have his numbers, bro.
Nah, it would help his legacy because you could see that even Durant flexing a little bit after he.
I'm giving Kobe. I'm picking Kobe over Durant. Definitely. I mean, I'm picking Kobe over.
So you're telling me, now, if the Nets won 3 championships, right, in a row. Let's say they won 3 in a row. You're telling me that James Harden is better than Kobe Bryant?
Nah, never.
Are you telling me that, Freaky?
My whole thing, it's not an exact science, and my whole thing is like the argument, being able to be in the discussion. That's my.
You would have to at least
That was cute. That was cute. Answer my question though. Yes or no?
No, Devon, let's not throw no net slander in the air. We don't want to put them winning anything in the air.
It depends on what he does. Is he the MVP? Is he the Finals MVP every one of those years? Is he like what kind of points he's putting up? That's what I'm saying. His story is not over. Is the point that I'm saying? Like you want to compare him to MJ? Cool. Compare him to MJ. You want to compare him to Jerry West? Cool. Compare Kobe to Jerry West. Those careers are done. There is no more work to be done.
Right. Okay. So you're saying set parameters. Set parameters, basically.
And at least got to be fair.
Right.
This is the one thing that I never liked. This is the one thing that I never liked. This is the one thing I never liked about the Jordan versus LeBron argument. LeBron's not done. I'm a Jordan guy, but LeBron ain't done. Like, why we even have? Who are we having this discussion with when Jordan was still doing his work?
Right.
Who are we comparing him to about being the greatest to when he was still doing his work? Let them finish their work before I compare you to a lifetime of somebody else's work.
Mm-hmm. So the question is, now that we mentioned other guys, do you still believe Kobe is a top 2 shooting guard of all time?
Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right. I mean, it's a debate, but there are other. I mean, I'm not for sure if I buy into the Kobe is better than Jerry West. I'm uncertain. I'm not saying yes or no.
Although my chips go to Kobe, I feel like there's legitimate discussion there to be had.
Right. Me too. I think just because we hadn't seen a guy or we've forgotten about a guy doesn't diminish what that guy accomplished on the court.
Recency bias is a mug, bro.
Right. Because I didn't include cats like George Gervin, the Iceman. Or Kenny, or not Kenny, but David Thompson, the original Skywalker. The dude had a 51-inch vertical. A human being with a 51-inch vertical.
51-inch vertical, 0 rings. 51-inch vertical, 0 rings.
Man, that's crazy. And he averaged like 27 points a game and whatever. But the thing about Kobe, and it goes back to our dollar store RJ, right? So I know. I'm saying RJ.
You can't compare him with Kobe. He's gonna be. He's 6'6". He could be a small forward.
Even that, like, I just don't want him. I don't want RJ being compared to no dollar store anybody. Like,
yeah, I like that.
That's just my thing. It grates on me a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't mean for it to be that. I don't mean for that to be disrespectful, right? Or put us in that awkward space. What I'm saying is when you say top 2 shooting guard of all time, which I call Kobe, I'm not ready to put RJ Barrett in that discussion. Not even close. Shout out to
you would as a comparison for RJ, no?
No, exactly. No, see,
y'all missing this point.
I said RJ and Randle are comparable to Kobe and Lamar Odom, is what I kept saying. But shout out to GXW Classic for the super chat. Thank you. Duncan or Kobe, everyone forgets Tim Duncan and his greatness.
I mean, but he's not a shooting guard. We were talking about that shooting guard.
No, So what I'm saying is the tandem of those two players.
Breezy. All right. So the thing about Lamar Odom versus Julius Randle is that Lamar Odom was never like the scorer that Julius Randle is. Julius Randle is able to operate in the mid range like a Melo was able to, but like he's like a dollar store Melo when it comes to like his scoring ability. Like, and Lamar was not even in the conversation when it came to scoring.
Lamar came in the league as a point guard.
Right.
So
like it's not even comparable, in my opinion.
I think it's very, very, very comparable. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at stuff on paper, it may not do it justice. But when you look at the game, when you look at them play, like say for instance, random guy shoots and misses. The power forward grabs the rebound and pushes it up the floor, and then doesn't pass it up to the point guard, but starts to get you into offense, right? He passes the ball in the post to the shooting guard. The shooting guard is posting up a smaller guard, right? And the shooting guard goes through these series of moves and whatever and gets a basket. And so while we might see that from Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, there was a template for that before with Lamar Odom and Kobe Bryant.
I think you're making too much of like Odom really didn't play. He was a role player though. Like Odom wasn't like the guy like Randle and RJ are. Like he wasn't robbing. Like that was Gasol. Like
right.
So Odom was a sixth man, right? Did we say that?
He was totally a Knicks man. So like I can't see the comparison so much. Like
but Knicks fans constantly
they just both dark skinned.
Nick.
So racist, please. Stop being racist.
Yeah, so Knicks fans tell me though often they say Julius Randle is the third option on a championship team. Have you ever heard that before?
I heard that last season. Yeah. I heard that a lot.
Right.
So you want to compare maybe Nash and Amari to RJ and Randle instead of that other comparison? Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I just hope these two dudes have great careers and it leads to us having
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'd like. You know what I mean? But I do believe that Randle is a lot more talented than what people give him credit for. You know what I'm saying? It's like that we hate to move in a positive direction about Randle, give him credit. You know, like people will say, they'll watch him do, say, 27, 17, and 8, and they'll be like, I'm warming up to him. But then they say, yo, we need to trade for Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball has talent. Really? So your power forward gets you 27, 17, and 8, right? 27, 17, and 8. And you're like, I would still trade him before giving him a contract extension. But then say, yo, trade for Lonzo Ball. I mean, what are we doing, Knicks fans? What are we doing?
People get married to their opinions.
Right.
And then they get trapped. They get trapped by them because they've been so like they couldn't hear anything else. Like there was no options and there's no open mind there. So even when the situation is changing, in their mind, they have to see it the same way. This is just like this is not a better Randle. This is a blip on the radar because I know Randle is bad. I know he's a bad player. I really wish
it goes. What I don't want to say his name, but when you got so many seasons behind you that prove otherwise, that's all I know. You got to give me a full season of what I've seen. Like, you know what I mean? Like Randle has been playing great. I give you that. Randle, I've been on a couple of shows and said like, hey, I take what I said back about Randle. You know, he's been playing great this season, but only 20 games in. He could revert back to the old Randle in 50 games, and we can all remember what he was last season. That's all I'm saying.
Right, but even when the experts
Kevin Knox was on fire a couple of games ago. He converted back to the regular Kevin Knox.
But his on fire is something different than Randle's on fire. I could totally agree with you if what is making Randle better now is like he's shooting like 60% from three and like, you know what I'm saying, things that can actually fall back. But his style of play is literally different. Like his style.
No. His style of play is the same. He's just playing better. He's just doing it better.
What he can reverse? He wasn't really. He was passing this much last season.
Last year, what is he doing?
Passing this much last season.
He's never looked for guys like this.
He never looked for guys. He was.
Did you hear what I said? I said his style of play is the same. He's doing it better. He's doing what he's always did, but he's doing it.
That's part of his style of play. He didn't pass, bro. He would run head on into a triple team and try to take a shot. He hasn't done that.
He still does that. He still does that. What are you talking about? He still
not as much. Not as much.
But he still does that. Does he still
do the things that happen to me?
A different style of play with Mitchell Robinson shooting threes all of a sudden this year. That would be a different style. Randle is playing the same way he played last year. He's just doing it better. He didn't add any difference.
He's not doing things that he would have done last year, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, and that style of play.
Salute GXW. You did that, right? GXW for the super chat. Salute.
Distributing the ball last year.
He was distributing the ball last year. He's just doing it better this year. What are you talking about?
Distributing the ball? That was how big the about him. What do you mean?
So he wasn't running the forward last year. He wasn't trying to pass the ball and do all this stuff. He wasn't doing that last year with Fizdale and Mike Miller. He wasn't doing that.
Dave Vaughn is in a different time zone. He hasn't been watching the games as much, man.
Okay.
And then plus, I gotta run, man. I gotta get off this thing so I can get you some. Hey, so Keith, I gotta hit you up this weekend, man. I got to get you on one of these joints. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get you on one of these joints, man, because I
think the Vaughn's interview, he don't need no application.
Yeah. Word. So and it's because I wanna do some feature stuff. So people been asking me about some stuff, and I can't do it all. So I'm asking people to help me to do some stuff. Because people, the fans and the people that watch the channel want more stuff. And you know, physically I just can't, you know what I'm saying? So I'm asking the people that they asking for, like they just ask for a lot of people, man, and it's crazy. So I'm gonna just hit you up probably Saturday, maybe Friday night I'll hit you up, and then Saturday maybe we can talk.
Let me know. I sent you my info, so yeah.
Yeah, I got it. So I'm gonna say salute to everybody in the video chat, everybody in the virtual chat. Everybody that supports the Blarn's Tears, man, helping us grow. We're trying to do something super duper major. So I'm gonna just say peace to y'all, man. I'm gonna go get me some sleep and get me a sandwich.
Same here.
All right, y'all.
Peace and love. Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.